Okay. Spreading the shit. But the translation's been lost. We lost the translation. Oh no! What did we do with it? Did you put it somewhere?
I didn't put it anywhere.
We blew out the fucking mic. Like a couple of
Yes, we
assholes.
did. We have it turned up insanely high.
We were too good.
We were too good. The mics couldn't handle our musical prowess.
Sorry about the knocking to move the microphone.
I never thought about where I'd have to put this.
Yeah, right. It's actually a big part of it. Yeah.
No, it's
You know,
fine,
I
it's
really
fine.
feel like it's probably
Yeah.
the worst idea ever to start your podcast with just assaulting people's ears.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people click on it and immediately are like, no.
I mean, I like. Sorry, go on.
You could record that and just play it at the start.
Definitely could, but I like the idea of playing it live every time.
Yeah, no, I like that.
I
as
like
well,
the
if it
idea
was-
because because sometimes it's just Brian and I, and it's like, yeah, whatever, we know how to play this, it's fine. And then sometimes
Yet
there's just
somehow-
someone else here who doesn't
Yeah,
know
we
the
don't know what
song.
to do.
Yet somehow when it's just the two of you, it just doesn't work out.
It
And
just
that,
usually sounds shit.
yeah,
somehow.
no, that's fine though.
I like to think we're
before,
both pretty decent musicians as well. I don't know.
before we get any further, we are Translation Lost Podcast. We watch foreign language movies with no subtitles, or TV shows now too. And
Branching out.
yeah, and then try and talk about them. Yeah.
If you want to hear that, you can skip to the time code. Brian,
I've
put
never-
the time
No,
code in.
yeah, no,
God
Brian,
damn
you
it.
got-
I'm gonna
I
get
have
on your
never
back
put the
about
time
this
code
shit.
in.
I'm gonna get on your back about this shit.
It's so weird to
Good.
not hear
Finally,
you.
you would be in some way involved after just
Man,
recording.
You took my fucking picture thing from me. That was my goddamn idea. The thumbnail. That was my
Oh, yeah,
idea
yeah.
when we started this podcast.
See, I just do
did
it
that
'cause-
as a joke. I was like, I didn't say anything to you. I just photoshopped our faces into a screenshot from the film to be like, this will be a little fun thing for the thumbnail. And now you've got Photoshop, so you've taken that. And now multiple times on the podcast, you're like, you don't fucking do anything,
Yeah,
Dara.
yeah.
You took my job.
Yeah.
You took my thing.
Hey guys,
That
Oisin
was
is
so-
here too.
This is also here just witnessing
I'm,
this domestic.
I'm here as well. Yeah, no.
That loud complainer is Dara. I'm Brian, and we are joined by special guest Oisin.
Hey guys, what's up?
Previously was a guest when I was not here.
I would go so far as to say previously was a host when you were
Yeah,
here.
yes.
Yeah,
This
and
was briefly Oisin's podcast.
for an episode, and I
Yeah.
used to send in a lot of emails.
You did a very good job. I
You
would
did
listen to that podcast.
You also used to listen to
I
this
did,
show
I did.
every week.
But
Yeah.
you guys stopped being regular with when you updated it, and that
Now we
fucks
are
me
again.
up so much.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was kind of our bad, really.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that
I think we're
ruined it for
super
me.
regular now.
I mean, I think we're somewhat regular now.
Wait, when do you upload it now?
Okay, I might as well say this at the start. We are on Spotify and iTunes if you want to check us out there.
Rated 5 stars.
Rated 5 stars, yeah.
How have you know?
If
One
you want to
review.
leave us a review on iTunes, we'll read it.
If you want to tarnish that, go
No.
for it.
Don't give 5 stars.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
actually-
if you leave a nice review on iTunes, we'll read it on the show and probably thank you,
Or curse you.
or curse you.
Yeah.
We're also on Spotify. Links to both of those will be in the description of this YouTube video if you're listening on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you are listening on YouTube, you can get the show a whole day early on Spotify and iTunes. That's every second Thursday. So it's Fridays, every second Friday for YouTube, every second Thursday for Spotify and iTunes.
Awesome.
I don't have Spotify or iTunes. This does not benefit me at all. A listener of the show.
You should
This
totally
sucks.
get Spotify. I've been using Spotify lately. Now that my
Spotify's
phone
pretty
doesn't
good.
freeze as soon as I turn it on.
Spotify is pretty good, and I
Yeah.
think it's not going to take long for Spotify to go out of business because they've been making a loss since
yeah?
they became a thing, basically. So I'm
I
like,
feel like
I'll
they gotta
pay
make
for this.
money from the premium subscriptions.
They don't.
because
They
like
don't.
I've never
Well, like advertising?
But compared
I've
to-
never
yeah,
clicked
no.
on the free
No,
version of
fuck.
something and been so quickly convinced to
Yeah,
purchase.
the free version is dog
Oh,
shit. You
yeah.
see, the free version. Is
I
total
have the
dog
free
shit.
version
You can't search songs
on my computer, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But when
so
you
much.
also, but when you consider the amount of money that they pay out to artists and the
Yeah.
amount of money that they get for those subscriptions, it does not match up at all.
I imagine it's
There
not
you-
so much for artists because there's so many artists. It like adds up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and obviously artists have to pay to get on it as well to an extent. But then there's also like royalties, you know. So like if for example, I have listened to Tim Minchin's fucking album a ludicrous amount of times now, and he's not even really a musician. Like, he is a musician, but he's not like...
He is absolutely
Yeah, but
a
he's
musician.
not like a musician who's putting his albums out as songs,
not his
really.
profession.
They're
Surely
songs.
he puts out albums.
He
Surely
he
puts out
does,
albums.
obviously.
Yeah.
And I just said I've been
Yeah.
listening to one of them.
Well,
But
how
the
does that-
albums are put out as comedy albums, and comedy albums typically you listen to like once.
Yeah.
They're not like pop songs that you like, oh, I like this song, so I keep going back to it. But I do like the
Yeah, no,
songs,
I don't-
so I keep going back to them. So then, when you consider that there's that guy, that one comedian who happens to have his stuff on Spotify, it's also on Netflix. I've also watched them, but I keep listening to them, so they have to keep paying him for that. You know,
It's probably only fucking cents, though.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
it's definitely.
no.
only...
You can look it up. It's not. I'm not talking out of my ass here. It is a fact that Spotify does not make money. So they're going
I'm
to
sure.
go under, and I would recommend you get the premium subscription before that because it's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
Spotify
really
is a
good.
really good service.
It's worth taking advantage of it while
I'll
it still
consider
exists.
it.
I like that I can have a playlist and then I can just hit a button and it will download all of those for when I'm getting in the car or like going somewhere where I won't have internet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deadly.
Spotify is really good.
Yeah.
Sucks that they're making a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, sorry,
That's
Spotify.
not good. Yeah.
I feel like they're advertising though as well. They although you don't get ads if you're premium, which is another reason to get premium.
Yeah.
Fuck the ads on
But
Spotify.
that's the thing is that they've made the free version so shit that everyone will want premium. But then they made the premium version so good that they're not really making money off of it. That's
Yeah.
kind of
That's pretty
the
rough.
hole that they're in.
Yeah.
Although
yeah.
it's like more expensive than I thought it was. I had to re-up mine because I'm very poor. I didn't have any money in my bank account when my like payment was up, so
Right.
they don't actually cancel it either.
No.
They let it go for a while,
Yeah.
where they're just like, hey, you haven't paid, you need to pay. But it was like to renew it was like €14. But then when I went through my website, like web browser, it was only $9.99. So I don't know what the story is there.
Maybe renewing it is like an extra price or whatever. I've never ever, for what it's worth, I've never noticed it go out of my bank account.
Yeah, same. I think it's interesting that the future is subscription based, like Netflix. The future of entertainment, at least. Like I have Netflix, PS Plus, Amazon Prime TV, fucking Spotify. We have the Buzzsprout now for the hosting, and I make less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
Like way less than minimum wage, but I still like every week just
Yeah.
like it's fine.
But like I like, you know, obviously I take out, I've got €20 a month for my phone. And
Although
all
I'm
that
sure
kind
if I
of
was
stuff, which
living on my
actually have
own, I
to-
wouldn't.
Yeah, but I have to actually
I'd be
go
fucked.
pay for that.
Yeah.
But then like €20 gets taken out of my bank account every month for the gym. Never notice it.
Same, yeah, gym as well, yeah.
Spotify subscription. Never notice it. There was a long time where I was really stupid and I had a subscription to Microsoft Office so that I could use Word because I didn't know that Google Docs is free and it's just Word.
Yeah.
So for a long time I was paying for that, didn't notice it.
You can just buy that.
Yeah,
Like, all
I
in
know,
one-
but
I bought it all in one go years
it was
ago.
like
so.
it was like £80 to buy it, and it would only last me like 2 years, I think. And I was like, "Fuck
Oh shit!
that."
Is mine gonna run out at some point?
It
then?
might, but it doesn't
probably
matter,
do,
man.
it could
Google
do.
Docs, don't worry about
Google
it.
Docs are pretty good.
Google Docs is great.
It's kind of the way to go.
I'm
not
worried now.
subscribed
Now
to
I'm worried
anything.
about.
Not one. I don't have one subscription.
You're a free man.
Yeah, I have nothing tying me down.
now
Just
I'm
insecurity.
I'm very worried that I just didn't read the fine print, and at some point, Photoshop and Premiere Elements licenses are gonna run out.
Oh yeah, no, actually, I do have a Photoshop subscription, but it's
Yeah,
through my
'cause
college.
You're,
Okay,
oh,
well,
yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So not really.
Yeah.
It's all
We
good.
almost got that through our college, and I was so bummed out when they were like, "Nah."
They just
Yeah.
pussied out. Not.
Well, we were a PLC, so they were like,
Yeah, I guess.
you know.
I guess. Still pretty shit if there. It was almost a thing.
I think you need to come closer to the microphone. I hate doing this live.
No,
on the
no, it's
podcast.
fine.
I'm terrible for it. Oisin talks very quietly. Dara talks very loud.
Yeah.
Dara forgot the good microphone. Shame him.
Dara had a
Shame.
really
Gosh.
fucking busy day. Thank
Oh,
you very
what was
much.
it?
Yeah, but he's such a
Fucking
shit.
looking at leaves.
Oh my God. You really want to get into this, Brian?
No,
Do you
no,
really want me to
it's
start
too early.
slandering you right
It's too
now?
early.
early.
It's too
Oh
early.
my God.
But like that's certainly something that can be shelved for later on the podcast.
All right, because I feel like me and Oisin have a lot to talk about on this podcast. Dara, what did you watch this week?
Oh fuck.
I'll let
Okay.
you go ahead while I eat this pepperoni.
Go for it. Enjoy. Mostly just YouTube videos and stuff. I did watch the entirety of the first season, because there's only one season of it, of Sex Education on
Oh,
Netflix.
I was probably gonna watch that
Yeah.
too. I haven't seen it.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, and like every episode deals with it. Like it is very. It's almost kind of half edutainment for like young impressionable kids, but it's quite funny. It's a bit tongue in cheek about it. And each episode is like dealing with a different problem in a different type of relationship that might arise, you know. And it's like, what do you do about this when you're a teenager and you have no idea and you're kind of figuring yourself out for the first time or whatever. And it's pretty funny. I really enjoyed it.
Who's the main chick in that?
Oh, the blonde girl. I don't know, but she's gorgeous.
She's from the X-Files. She's Scully from the X-Files.
Oh, you mean the mother, the older woman?
Gillian
She's
Anderson.
Yeah.
She's also gorgeous.
The only thing I've
She
seen
is
of
a
it is
gorgeous woman.
the only thing I've seen of it is a trailer that went around Twitter. That's like Gillian Anderson jacking off a thing.
Yes.
While talking about it.
Yes.
And that definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Well, like the whole idea is like I'm not going to spoil it obviously, but she is a sex therapist and her son is a bit of a sex phobe, shall we say? You know, even though he's really well versed and he kind of knows all the ins and outs because his mother's a sex therapist, and it's kind of just about him navigating school while everyone else is kind of their sexuality is exploding,
Dara,
and he kind of has this edge in that he can solve all their problems.
This sounds like he's gonna fuck his mad, Dara.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
It
sound like
doesn't.
that. What
It
the
doesn't.
fuck?
Way to project your own weird shit into it, Brian.
It doesn't sound
I might
like
be
that
on
at all.
Pornhub too much.
Yeah, I think it might be.
I didn't get that.
No, it's pretty good. It's really good. He's like, it's sad. It gets really sad in places. His best friend is gay. That gets sad. Gets really sad. And then like,
Dara,
there's this other girl who's
It's
also...
2019, Dara. That's okay now.
It's okay.
It's not sad anymore.
It's not sad to be gay. Don't
Isn't
worry
it
about
though?
it.
A little bit.
It's a little bit sad to
Still
be
a little
gay.
bit.
You're like the
Yeah.
saddest person I know.
I'm
Always walking into rooms crying.
I'm just so sad and gay.
That's an aesthetic.
It is. That's why I do it. It's more of a look than a lifestyle, you know. Sorry, go on, Dara.
No, it's fine. No, yeah, and then there's like his like female friend who she's got her own kind of set of issues and some kind of feminine issues arise out of that and stuff. But it's good because it's just it's fairly informative and it's pretty black and white. It's there's no kind of dancing around shit. It is pretty upfront about stuff, but it's also quite funny.
Yeah.
And well acted as well, I should say. The main
Yeah.
character, the main guy, is the guy from The End of the Fucking World, which I also watched on Netflix.
Yeah,
I haven't
that
watched that,
dude.
but he's
He's in Black Mirror.
Which Shut Up and Dance.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
he
That
is.
episode, yeah.
Wow,
That's a
he's
great
a good
episode.
actor.
Yeah, he's
'cause
a good
'cause
actor.
I've seen him.
That's one
now
of the ones that
you've-
sticks with you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Now that
That
you've
one's rough.
reminded me of that,
That's rough.
it means that I've seen him now in 3 different things, and in each of them he plays a totally different
That-
character
that-
and plays it quite well.
Yeah.
That episode is rough because there's a real meme in it. The troll face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the,
The
troll
The
face,
actual
yeah,
troll.
yeah.
That was
Painted
the roughest
reality.
part. I saw that and I was like, ugh.
Association.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I like the premise for Sex Education. That sounds smart. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I love Gillian Anderson, so I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah, it's I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Other than that, I don't really know. I've been watching a lot of that fucking top 10s and biographics.
YouTube.
Yeah,
anything,
just YouTube
yeah.
stuff. Just like it's a problem that I fall into every now and then where I start watching all of these like top 10 facts about this thing YouTube videos, or here's
Yeah.
a biography on this guy and it's
Yeah.
20 minutes long, and I'll watch them all quite obsessively and retain none of the information.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, those are the kind of videos that like you should watch one of them per like 10 videos you watch if you really want to hear what they're saying. You know, but I walk away like I feel like I could watch like 9 hours worth of that content in a day and then walk away with like a fun fact.
A cool YouTube thing that happened. Mr. Gigi, who we've talked about on the podcast before, had his baby.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
I don't know. I think it's called just Baby Gigi.
Baby Gigi.
No, I'm sure there's a name.
There's probably,
but
he doesn't have a name, so
he's Mr.
he's
Gigi.
Mr. Gigi. That is Baby Gigi. And
Or
then there's Mr. Gigi's girlfriend or wife.
Miss Tag, as I often read it
Tag.
on Twitter. Yeah.
Miss Tag. Yeah, but yeah, congratulations to him. That's dope.
Yeah, I know he listens. So.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be delighted to get the shout out.
I watched all of F is for Family.
Yeah.
That show is fucking fantastic.
Really, really good.
And
yeah.
I also actually watched I went on a list of like Bill Burr's best stand-up specials, and I watched the number one, and I can't remember what it's called. It's from like 2007.
It's not Walk Your Way Out or...
No, it's an earlier one. He talks about people who rescue dogs in it. Yeah, me and my dad watched that, and we both fucking loved it. He is hilarious.
Oh, he's an hysterical guy. Yeah.
But F is for Family is just a fantastic show.
Have you watched that?
I've seen the first season of it, and I wasn't blown away, but I saw potential.
I think season 2 and 3 are
Season
fantastic.
3 in particular.
Season 3 is
really good.
Really good.
It's really, really good. What do you think of the animation? Because, that's something you can weigh on here.
I didn't think it was of note.
No?
It wasn't of note. It was fine. It was very much sort of like adult animation tends to be at the same level all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing really stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was grand. Yeah. And I enjoyed it. I just didn't go back for more.
That's fair. I would suggest going back for more. I think it's a very good show.
I'll consider it. I might not do it, but I've got like I've got TV shows I'm watching at the moment. When that schedule clears up, and I finish college,
very busy guy.
Then I'll consider it.
Too busy to listen to our podcast.
Not too busy to be on it.
Do you want me to leave? Because I can go. I don't live too far away.
None of the vibes being thrown Oisin's way.
Home.
We're at all of this hostel until we started recording.
Yeah, no, it was really chill before this. I know I'm being attacked. Doesn't feel so good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, F is for Family is great. That fucking neighbor both the neighbor characters, the mustache, the like really rich guy who is the like music industry guy, and the fucking one who minds their house when they're gone.
Oh yeah, the crazy
both
guy.
of those are fucking hilarious.
Goomer,
and they just the Goomer one's even funnier because that just kind of happens in the background. He's always like at the window. And no one seems to mind. And then you're kind of like, hold on.
Yeah, that guy is
kind of weird.
Yeah, disturbed.
And there's a scene where what's his name? The old black guy that he works for in the truck.
Fucking. It's not Rusty.
Rufus? No,
it's not Rufus.
That's just me being racist.
Yeah. No, I feel like it might be Rusty.
Yes, I think it is Rusty.
It's Rusty, yeah.
When they're driving out of the like cul-de-sac and he sees Goomer and he's like, that guy's a fucking creep.
yeah, that's pretty good.
That's when I noticed it. And then you start to notice it even more.
Yeah.
Or season 3 when his son gets lost and shows up in the black bar.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That scene is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
it's hilarious and really sad because it's like kind of true.
Yeah.
They do a really good job of highlighting what the 70s was like. I don't want to spoil it or anything.
Yeah, no, won't bother. But it's a funny.
Yeah,
scene.
all the 70s stuff is really good in it. I'm a big fan of kind of Americana like small town shit, it's
as someone who obviously didn't live through the 70s, it does a pretty good job of kind of building that vibe. You get a feel for what it was like to live in that time around those people and stuff. Yeah. It's clever. It's very clever. Some of the jokes would like fly over your head if you're not really paying attention. They're so quick.
I thought you were going to say if you weren't from the 70s.
If you weren't from the 70s, yeah.
No, actually,
I don't understand it at all. It doesn't make any sense.
They do a really good job of keeping that, like keeping it accessible for like, a younger audience because that's the people who are watching on Netflix. Yeah, they do a really good job of like keeping the jokes that are about the 70s, but you understand them. They like give you enough setup for you to... There's a great one, this is in like season 1, I think, where they're just watching a sports broadcast and one of the commentators is like, now I don't like to drink and drive, but when I do, I drink. And he's got the like brand of beer.
Yeah. Another little thing is just that the guy that they see on TV plays every character on every TV show that they do.
Yeah.
He's like the news anchor, and he'll go out to the scene of a crime and like in
he's in blackface at one point.
He's in blackface. He plays Hobo. He's Hobo Jojo on like the kids TV show, and he just puts on all this makeup.
He's the clown who loves pregnant women.
Yes. Oh man, yeah.
Do you have pictures of the birth?
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. But he's just the same guy again and again, and I find that really funny.
What was I gonna say? There's oh fuck, dude. There's a bit in it his son, not Bill, the Kevin. Older son, Kevin. Kevin is really into this band.
It's some stupid fucking
name.
Yeah.
But they play some of the band's music in like the first season, and it is literally a parody of In the Court of the Crimson King.
Yeah.
By the band Crimson King, which is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking funny because it's like 1-to-1 exactly what that kind of bullshit is like.
Yeah, the vibes he
it's like
gives
singing
off,
about like jesters and shit.
Yeah, the vibes that Kevin gives off with his own music of like all that kind of fucking fantasy lyricism, all that kind of stuff. It's something that I can't pinpoint to an exact band, but I know the style of music so well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm just quite blown away because I went into it expecting it just to be Bill Burr's Family Guy. I was kind of just thinking, they're gonna like it's gonna be a thing. Every episode is like a thing. I didn't expect it to be like a proper overarching story that like goes places and is quite like adult. It's not like funny. A lot of the storylines in it aren't funny. Like the whole stuff with his wife and the salad tosser.
Yeah,
like that's not funny.
No,
that's just really sad.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the Kevin and a lot of the Kevin stuff as well is like,
Oh yeah, no, it's a dark show. It's a really dark show.
Also, Frank is a piece of shit.
But he's also
like he's just a perfect balance between.
It's told so well from his perspective, in that you can see how his heart is in the right place.
He's just trying to do well for his family, but also he's just not. He wants to express himself.
Yeah, he wants a better life for his family, but really he also wants a better life for him. You know, that's a big part of it as well.
I know he's based quite heavily off of Bill Burr's own dad.
Well, the way that he says it himself is that it's not necessarily off of his dad, but it's like just off of dads in the 70s. That's kind of what they were going for.
But like I've watched his stuff about his dad, and it's like pretty. His dad actually sounds worse, but from what I've heard.
Just before we move on, because we're gonna have to ask Oisin what he would go up to. I'm gonna crack open
Oisin.
this.
We're getting all this out of the way. This is gonna be a long episode.
Nescafe Nitro Americano.
That sounds.
Which is a can of coffee. I hate coffee, by the way, everyone.
Oh, spin it.
Too late.
That's too. No, I think you can still do it. No, okay.
You gotta like turn it.
I didn't.
He's just gonna.
You had it upsside down for ages, though. That might help.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
No,
whatever.
It's perfect.
Look, Brian, it's going to be shit either way. Don't worry about it.
I quite like it. I like them. I find them really good when I'm trying to like work on something.
Can I have a taste?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. I like
the whole thing if you want.
Oh, I don't hate that.
Yeah, I do. Do you want it?
No, God no. No, fuck that. No, you finish it.
It's really watery coffee.
Yeah, it tastes. It kind of tastes like a sad hot chocolate coffee mix.
How do you take your coffee? Do you drink coffee?
God,
first
no.
of all,
no, I love myself.
Yeah. Well, I take my coffee black, so I think that's why I like it.
No, I don't actually. No, I'm sorry, coffee drinkers. It's fine.
I'm
just more of a tea guy myself.
I've been really on the train of like 1 cup of coffee a day because I feel like coffee is something you can get
addicted to.
Because when I was working on that film a couple of years back, like I was drinking 14 cups of coffee a day easily. Just because you would have a spare minute and there's always coffee. There's like always a coffee machine. So like that's something to do.
Big part of the reason I smoked so much.
You smoke a cigarette and drink a coffee. So you smoke.
See, I never drank the coffee, but like just if you're filming a thing or working on a play or doing anything, in the arts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of just fucking waiting around to being done.
I had been adamantly against cigarettes. I was only a rolly man. I'm still only a rolly man because when I smoke a cigarette, I have time to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't smoke very often. I only smoke when I'm drinking here by myself or with Ali. That sounded really sad for a second. What I mean is I only smoke
just a little.
I don't go out. I don't like if I'm going out to Dublin, I didn't smoke a cigarette that entire day.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just... I smoked, like, maybe one or two at the gallery. But,
we weren't there. Yeah. You don't have
This is getting worse.
You have to clarify your lies. Dig yourself out of a hole.
I drank that second beer very quick. So, yeah, but I've always been against, like, cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because they're disgusting. Way more disgusting than rollies.
They are.
Yeah.
But when I was working on the film, you don't have time to roll a cigarette. So I just became a cigarette man. I became I think it was Marlboro Gold.
Oh,
I'm a Marlboro man.
Rough
I
out.
started smoking Marlboro Reds,
Yeah.
like trucker cigarettes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And I was the first of my friends to get into... We smoked rollies. Ah, shit. How do I tell this story without incriminating myself?
It's too late.
All right. When we were stupid teenagers who smoked weed... don't do that. It's bad for you when you're a teenager. It fucks your brain up and makes you stupid like me.
Yeah.
We had to smoke a rollie beforehand to get used to smoking.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah,
the thing.
Yeah.
And I was the only one out of the group that was like, "Oh yeah, this is great. I'll finish your one too. This is good. Yeah, I like this." And then I just started smoking from then on there.
Yeah. When I started smoking originally, it was Mayfair because I was stealing them from my auntie.
Oh, that's awful.
She was the only person I knew who smoked actual cigarettes because my uncle smoked rollies, but I wasn't gonna start by rolling myself a cigarette, you know.
My mom has been in and out of fags, smoking every now and again, and I think once she tried to like roll a cigarette out of mine without, because it's great because she caught me smoking years ago, and that's your whole teenage thing. You get caught smoking by your parents, and that's the whole thing. Now I catch her smoking when she quits. Although she has been quit for like maybe a year now.
She's been quit for a year.
Yeah. But she tried to roll like a rollie when she really was like desperate for a fag, and it was just the worst thing I've ever seen. It was.
I remember.
I was like, how did you get this far?
I remember back
rolling a cigarette.
I remember when we were teenagers and you'd gotten caught for smoking by your parents, but your parents were really cool people and still are, and they were quite understanding. So then they were just like, all right, if you're going to smoke, you're going to smoke. But then it became a thing that we'd be like hanging out with you and you'd be rolling yourself a fag and you'd be low on tobacco and you would make a point of being like, oh, I'll better get me mommy to get me some more fags. Yeah. Just to be a real prick about it.
That didn't last.
And they're standing outside Centra being like, sorry, will you get us a box of arm relief there?
Yeah.
Like a fucking tool.
That didn't last. Now I have to buy my own tobacco because I'm an adult.
That
sucks.
What happens. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you're all a big dick teenager who can get your mommy to do whatever you want, and then adulthood hits you and it's like, you're on your own, you fucker.
Brian, I'm sorry, I can't drink this. I'm looking at it, I can't drink
Give
it.
me some.
I've got two monsters here that I much prefer, so like, you know.
That's pretty good, yeah.
What did you watch this week, Oisin?
Sorry. This is a point.
It's a 0.5. It's a 0.5.
Yeah.
Let's be real. But based off of how we've started.
We'll talk about a movie. It's a 0.5, so it's going to be a longer episode. And also, we don't have to worry about upload speeds anymore because the episode's uploading like an hour now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Do video.
Yes. And I feel like it'll degrade as we go on. Like, we seem together now, but like...
Yeah, we're sure. Yeah.
How long will that last?
We take plenty of breaks and more drinks get grabbed.
Yeah.
I should have brought an extra beer. I'm gonna finish this one before we talk about the fucking movie, probably.
Yeah. Before I say what I watched, I went to Ennio Morricone to his concert.
You did?
What?
Holy
shit!
Friday was it? Yeah, I think it might have been Friday.
Yeah, that looked legit.
Yeah, no, it was.
I didn't see that.
Incredible.
I don't check Instagram enough.
No, that's fine.
That's fucking awesome.
Yes,
though.
it was. because like my dad would have played Ennio Morricone in the car when we were like kids.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You
would have
played him in art class.
Yeah, I actually played his music in art class because I was like, this is good. We should all be listening to this. Like,
well, it's a lot of it is instrumental.
Yeah,
so it's really good for background noise while you're working.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I got to hear. There was 3 encores. People like there was standing ovations all over the place, and at the end, people just did not sit down. So we just came out 3 times and did encores. Only one of them was a song that he hadn't played before. He played like 2 of the biggest songs.
Did he do the good, the bad, and the ugly?
He did do the good. That one,
yes.
yeah. And then he did my favorite, which is the Ecstasy of Gold, and he did it twice.
Oh my god!
That
dude.
like I fucking astral projected. You know, it was incredible.
That's
oh my
hardcore.
God.
That sounds so cool.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Where was he playing?
It was in the 3 Arena, the Point.
Yeah.
And it was.
He's
so
an
good.
arena man.
He is an arena man.
An arena man.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was just like a fucking 90 like people, like the choir and the like
that's so cool.
Orchestra. There was just like a huge amount. It was unreal.
An orchestra in person is
I don't know.
Yeah,
powerful.
it was amazing. And they didn't have like
it's so different.
Yeah.
When you
Oh yeah.
I feel like they didn't have that many speakers either. Like it was very confined to the stage.
Yeah.
It wasn't booming out, but you could hear it so well.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Like if they like plucked a violin or something, you could hear it.
Nice.
It was
That's
amazing.
awesome.
It
That's
was
so
cool.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah. It was like it's like his last tour ever, but he's been doing that for a while now. You know, 'cause I think he keeps living, and so he's like, I'll do another tour, my last tour ever, and then
And then he's like, oh, am I still here?
Yeah, he's like, so like I'll do another tour
yeah.
because I know my dad a few years ago, or was it not so long ago, went to a tour that was the last tour ever.
Yeah.
He's been to 3 of them.
He's like Quentin Tarantino. He was like, oh, Django Unchained is my last movie. And then I went to the cinema to go see it with my dad, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like it.
And Ennio Morricone actually did music for The Hateful Eight, so
that's why I thought about that. Yeah,
that was
Sorry.
pretty cool.
And now he's working on what's.
But no, what I mean is it's probably not Ennio Morricone's last tour.
No, I hope not.
He likes money. It isn't.
No, and he didn't look old. He looked very.
I'm realizing now I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, no, he's a dude. He's such a cool
he's
guy.
Just
he didn't say.
guy.
I don't think he can actually speak English, so he just turned around and bowed a few
times.
times.
He's Italian, right?
He's Italian, and everyone was just going crazy. Like literally, he would just do a song, and people would just be like, "Oh, it's standing ovation."
yeah.
Like, because we love you, Ennio.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like they'd go really quickly from one song into the other because they were like, "We don't have time for the clapping. We can't break the momentum. We need more music."
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it was
That's
really
great.
great.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was great. I was there with my brother and my sister and my mum, which is pretty cool.
Lovely.
It was a family
Which brother?
thing. Rory.
Savage.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then TV-wise, I watched Russian Doll was the big thing. I know, Brian, you watched that as well. It's the
I
Netflix
have finished
show.
Russian Doll.
I haven't finished it yet.
How far are you into it?
I think 5 or 6 episodes.
Okay, so you're
a good
in.
chunk of
You're
it.
in,
Yeah, I'm most of the way into it.
Have you met this? Have you got to the elevator scene?
Yes, yeah.
That elevator scene is so fucking good.
Incredible. Oh my god.
I'm trying not to spoil anything because Dara hasn't seen it, and I feel like it's a show that you need to go into blind.
Without knowing anything. I think so, because I didn't know
anything
about it.
And
I was just hit by it like every episode.
I knew of Natasha Lyonne from
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, and I like her a lot. So.
Yeah, she's a really good actress.
I wouldn't even know her. I have not seen that show.
Yeah,
Orange is the New Black's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I stopped watching it after a while.
I think I'm just in for the characters now. Like I don't know if the story is ever gonna.
It's meandering.
Yeah,
but like
I mean, she got out of the prison in the last season, so like I don't know where they're gonna go from here.
Season. I stopped.
That's not really
season or two.
If you're worried about spoilers in season 6 of Orange is the New Black, then you're watching the show for the wrong reason.
6 seasons? Wow.
Yeah, it's like.
But also,
like
I stopped thinking 4.
As far as I understand, from what I gather from people, when the new season of that show comes out, the people who watch that show will just watch that season.
Yeah, me and Ali being a prime example.
You can't really be spoiled on it. If it's out and you care, you've seen it.
Yeah,
if it's out and you care, you've seen it. If you watch it and you're worried about spoilers by the 6th season, you're not watching it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
It's a character show, and like you'll get into the characters, and that's it.
That's funny.
And you'll hate the main character because
Yeah,
she
that's
sucks.
the thing. That's exactly what I was about to say. I
Yeah.
watched
She
like the
sucks.
first 2 episodes and I was like,
Yeah,
this
she's awful.
main character's a cunt. I'm
And
not
to be
gonna-
honest,
I mean,
I think she gets worse and better at different times.
She's a good actress.
Oh, for sure.
and
Yeah,
she
she
plays
plays the character very
It's
well.
just that the character's a
It's
piece of shit.
awful. Yeah, but there's so many more side characters who are so
Oh, the
interesting.
side characters are
But I
great.
stopped watching it after a significant side character death that you know of, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
the
like
big one. The one that made Ali cry. I remember
I'd
that.
say so. It didn't
Oh,
make
she
me cry,
cried
but
so
it made
hard.
me stop watching the TV show.
Oh,
So,
she was so sad. It was hilarious.
It was awful. Yeah, no.
I cried a little bit too because I like that character.
That
as well,
character
yeah.
was excellent.
And they purposely went out of their way to like push that character to the forefront.
I know,
for that
in
season.
that season.
And be like, here's the backstory. Wow, isn't it great?
Yeah.
Everyone loves this character. Look at how happy their life is.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh my
you.
god, everything was going well for this character. Oh, it annoys me
I
to
think
think
I
about.
actually heard about this at
Yeah,
the time.
yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kept coming up as a meme, and I was like, I don't get this.
No,
I
it
think
was
that
bad.
show has better acting than it has writing.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but I think it has sometimes really sharp writing, but just not consistently. And I don't think people are in it for the show or for the writing anymore.
I think the minute to minute of the show is really good, but the broader strokes is
when you take a
somewhat-
step back, you're like, oh, okay.
But I'm in it for the characters now, so who
For
cares?
sure.
This is kind of unrelated,
But yeah, Russian Doll's fucking great.
Yeah, no, why did we go
Everyone
to
watch
Orange?
it.
Like Russian Dolls, I think I enjoyed that even more than anything.
Oh, it's
that I've seen in Orange is the New Black. I think it's really, really good. Like it's not like the whole premise of it is it's not new, but it's really fun.
I have a huge plush for that show, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
say
for
anything.
sure. But like the acting is very good. All the little character moments in it are very good.
What I'll say, without spoiling anything, what I'll say is, it's nice to see a show that does something like this. That's it. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Vague as fuck.
Yeah, that was
It's
very-
super vague. If you watch it, if you've seen it and you're listening to this, you might know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I really like this show.
The show
is very good.
By the time you finish the first season, you know where the show, like what the whole idea behind it is. I don't know how to. I don't think there's going to be a season 2. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And it's nice to see a show
Kinda
come out.
self-contained, like.
It's nice to see a show come out and be like, we're just doing this thing. It's just a cool thing that we did.
Yeah.
We don't need it to be like a franchise.
I think so many
Because
many
so
TV
much stuff
shows
comes out and it's
needs
like
to
gotta be
end.
a fucking.
So many TV shows need to end early, like 2-3 seasons would be perfect.
Yeah.
But they just push it.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of going to get off topic here, but Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt ended
Mm-hmm.
last month. Like, fucking the end comes up on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. And it's really good. That show is fantastic and really tight. And I think Tina Fey is racist towards Asians. That's a side note.
Okay.
That's
I feel like
definitely
that's
a
not
thing.
what you were going to say.
That's not what I was going to say, but I remembered. But just overlook that part of the show.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that bad. But she... I'm so sorry. I drank a beer really quick.
Professional.
I feel like she's been in the TV game so long that she can look at a show that she's doing and go, okay, that's where it ends.
Yeah.
It ends here.
Yeah.
Before it.
She's a good writer.
She's a
very good
fantastic
writer.
writer.
Yeah,
Kimmy
she's a
Schmidt's
funny woman.
really, really
Yeah.
good.
No. I've never watched 30 Rock. That always looked really funny. I always wanted to watch 30 Rock.
I know
watched
it's very
some of it.
similar to Kimmy Schmidt in like tone.
I
Yeah.
felt like it.
I would definitely... You watched it and kind of bounced off it, I think.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I did the same. I watched, I think, a season of it.
I would
and
say now that
bounced
it's
off
all
it.
out, maybe just
Yeah.
dive into it. I
I feel
think
like
it's,
I'm less likely to dive into something that's finished.
It was a bit in your face. Like I just found it was like
the writing
thought it
is
was-
so good, and there's so many really good quick jokes though. It's
Yeah.
like-
no, it
Yeah,
definitely
for
seems
sure.
that way, but it also seemed like really loud and a kind of explosive energy. And I'm like, I don't know, like sitting at home on
Especially-
my own watching something on my iPad. I'm usually kind of like, I just want to chill out. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I got that.
we went into like the last season was split into 2 parts, and the second part just came out, and that was like 4 or 5 episodes. But like the first part of that, you're kind of like because it's just building up the season, and then it ends, and then you have to wait a year for the next fucking part to come out. So you're kind of like and I kind of came off that a little bit soured on it.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the end of the season where everything kind of wraps up and the jokes and everything like comes true, I think it would be much better for you to watch it now as one.
How many seasons total?
Yeah,
like 3, 4.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It's really short.
That's pretty.
That's what I mean by she knows when to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's breezy.
Yeah.
And it's a good uplifting show. It's not sad or anything. It's just.
Yeah. Are you watching The Good Place?
I have not. Ali, I think, is watching it.
Yeah,
but I haven't watched it.
That's pretty good.
I've been looking at it.
I would really recommend that.
Yeah?
I think it goes places.
You
yeah,
recommended
dude.
it to me
And then
already.
you didn't watch
Yeah, I
it.
did not
So
watch
like,
it.
what's the point? What's the point of recommending things to friends because they just won't watch them?
I mean, getting to it.
No, it's really good. It's a really good uplifting comedy as well. It's not always the best show, but sometimes it is. And that is my pitch. It's pretty
Fantastic.
no, disregard that. That was terrible.
No,
It
I
is
love it. That's perfect.
very sharp writing, very funny, really good actors, really good comedy. A really funny and weird out there premise, and I would recommend it. So go watch it. It's on Netflix.
I just really quick before we get any further. Not before we get any further. It's a podcast. We're going to.
Yeah,
Fucking Jesus Christ.
it's just gonna keep on going.
Anyway, I played Apex Legends.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to talk any more about that. I just wanted to get that in there so I can put it in the tags because that shit's hot right now.
Boom. We did it.
It's a fucking good game though. I've
Yeah.
been playing it with our friend Evan, who's been on the podcast before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I keep hearing.
Yeah.
But
Never going to play it.
Me-
also
me
I've been
either.
playing Resident Evil Remake 2.
Oh yeah.
That's going in the tags as well. This is all just tag shit.
Sometimes there's a guest and Brian's like, finally I can talk about video games. But this time there's a guest and Brian's like, finally I can talk about anime.
Yeah.
I'll just
No-
briefly
no
mention
Problem
the
is,
video
I
games.
haven't watched any anime.
Yeah, well, it's been a while, but we're both going to watch Mob Psycho eventually because it is a perfect anime.
Yes.
The first season, which I've given all of it to Dara, and he has not watched it.
Dara,
is incredible.
He's watched One Punch Man too.
And I would say
And
Mob
Mob Psycho
Psycho
100
is like
is just-
superior.
Well, Mob Psycho 100 is One Punch Man, but better.
I mean, I love One Punch Man.
Yeah, yeah.
One Punch Man
That's
is so out there. It's
I-
so funny. It's so weird. But I would say Mob Psycho is a tighter story, more likable characters. It's got it all.
I'm not
The
trying to
art's
say.
fantastic.
It's beautiful.
That's
The
one
amount
thing
of, like,
I really
different-
loved about it. It did
Yeah.
it looked incredible.
See,
for
when,
sure.
when you come out with something like, "Oh, this is just One Punch Man, but better," that sounds like you're shitting on One Punch Man.
Yeah, but not
But
at
it's
all.
not. This is just. I love One Punch Man. I think it's
Yeah.
a fantastic show. This is just me being like, "Yo, Mob Psycho 100 though."
Like the quality of Mob, like it's even
It's
better than
even
One
better.
Punch Man.
Like, you definitely
That's how
need to
good
check
it
that
is.
out.
Yeah, but I do also love One Punch Man.
The Body Improvement Club.
I love them so much.
Dara, you would love the Body.
You would.
I have gotten to
Yeah,
that bit.
because
Yeah.
we
They're
watched
my
a few
favorite
episodes
thing.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I-
such
they're
good
great.
guys.
Yeah.
But I would say you haven't even gotten to the best parts of the anime because we only
Yeah.
watched the first few episodes, and it just keeps getting better with each
The
episode.
art, the animation.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
Some people I've talked to have been put off. They say that it's like an ugly anime, but I don't see that whatsoever.
Oh, so you've been talking to a lot of people who are just dumb.
dumb. I've been talking to fools.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I love there's one bit in, like, I think it might even be episode 1 where they use like oil paint on glass.
yeah. No, I think it is. It's the episode.
Ah.
It's when they go to the girls' school, isn't it?
It's
And-
one.
oh, no,
they
wait,
might. I think they do it a bunch of times.
I think they do it a bunch of times.
But every
Yeah.
time they do that, it looks so
I
fucking
think it
good.
might
It's
be in
incredible.
the opening scene. The very, very opening scene of the first episode.
That's
I
possible,
remember
yeah.
specifically is really visual, really
yes,
trippy.
Yes, yeah.
And
They do
really
it
out there.
in the closing scenes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a PSA to watch Mob
Watch
Psycho.
Mob Psycho 100.
To me,
It's
PSA
so
to me.
fantastic.
Literally just to Dara. I don't care about anyone else. But
I also-
it is so good.
Can I just jump in and say right now, before we get to the email, in fear that he mentions it, Barry, I didn't watch Avatar. I'm getting to it. I was going to
Yeah.
do it last night after I cleaned my bathroom, but then I cleaned my bathroom and I was too tired.
Dara
So-
was going to do it last night, just like he was going to bring the right microphone
Oh my God.
for this
Yeah.
recording.
He
my
was
God.
going to do that. Yeah,
When
he
was the last time you came gym, Brian? When was the last time you came
Oh.
gym?
Oh,
Right?
so we're doing
Alright,
this
we're
now.
doing this now. You brought it up a second time. When was the last time
Fuck
you
you.
came gym, bro? It ain't happening. Hasn't been happening for a while.
Yeah, you're right. I got to get on that shit.
Oh, you gave in very quickly.
Yeah, no, you're right. I definitely needed to come to the gym more. That's like
Yeah.
not even a question.
just for yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
I'm
why
pretty
I'm
sure
agreeing.
you haven't come since the last podcast. That means you've gone once which means you've paid €30 to go to the gym this
one
month.
gym session. Yeah.
You should go.
I've been working out here, but it's not the same. It's not nearly as good.
You should probably go to the gym. Sounds like a good time.
I don't have any equipment. I have like a couple of dumbbells and like one really heavy kettlebell.
Yeah, I've got a kettlebell at home.
Yeah.
I don't pick it up.
Everyone has a kettlebell.
I think everyone just has a kettlebell.
And I've been thinking to myself, why does everyone have a kettlebell? And then I saw a kettlebell in Lidl. I was like, 60 quid. Like, it would take a lot of money to get enough equipment to be able to work out at home properly.
Yeah,
but Dara, the squats that I'm doing with that kettlebell, though. Oh,
Man, the squats I'm doing on
fucking
the actual
goblet
squat
squats.
rack.
I hate the squat rack. I hate it. I hate squats. They fucking suck.
But like,
They do suck.
think
got bad
of how
knees.
good they're going to be for you in the end.
Oh no, my legs have never been never been prettier. I have beautiful legs.
I was thinking more. It would be great for your ass, right? That's the
Well,
thing.
it's supposed to be good for that,
I've
but you
always
know
had a
what?
really good ass.
Well,
You know
then
what's
you're
actually
fine.
better for your ass is actually hip thrusts.
Oh,
Supposedly hip thrusts are better for your ass. You know hip thrusts?
I know.
You've
I
definitely
know
seen
hip
people do 'em.
thrusts.
You've definitely seen
Wow.
people do them in the gym. But it's like
Yeah.
when you put you're like leaning back, you're kind of sitting on the bench, but your elbows are on the bench, and then you're kind of hovering over the ground, and you've got a bar across your waist, and you're just humping the air with this bar.
wow.
It's supposed to be way better for booty gains.
Ah.
Yeah, everything.
Which is why I've never done it.
Oh, that's all I'd be interested in. I don't care about arms. I don't care about
You
legs.
just
I
gotta
don't care
fit
about
into
core.
these jeans
I
better.
just need the ass.
That's the thing about the gym. When you go to the gym, you realize everything in the gym is overtly sexual. We do like the tricep extensions with the bar, where you're like, ugh.
Yeah, and you're just pulling it. Yeah.
It's
Oh, can I talk really quickly? Because you haven't witnessed this yet because you haven't been in the gym.
yeah.
Right? I just need to mention, I need to shout out my new gym pal, Wojciech.
What the fuck?
Right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Brian.
Who's
I'm
this?
moving the fuck on. There's this huge,
I will kill him and wear his skin.
massive Polish dude.
Not
I
if he
assume
goes to
he's-
the gym.
I think he's Polish. I don't know. I haven't asked. He's massive. And he came up to me one day. I think I went to like grab a bar and he wasn't done with it. And he was like, oh, sorry, I got a few more sets. But his English isn't great. So I was like, yeah, no hassle, go for it. And then he came up to me later in the locker room and we were just chatting. He was like, what you do? I was like, I work downstairs. He was like, I work in pub. I'm like, cool, dope. And then like a few days went by and I was in the gym again and I like saw him and I gave him a little nod. And then I went out to the changing room and I was like just out of the shower. I was in a towel and he came up behind me with like a plastic bag and he was like, good stuff from supplement store. He starts pulling out all the shit. He's like, this pre-workout gives me nice pump. It gives me real nice pump. This for after. This real good for after.
Yeah.
This creatine, watermelon creatine. I'm like, wow, okay, fair enough.
He sounds
Thanks,
like best
Wojciech.
friend material.
He's great.
He sounds
He's
great.
really
yeah.
nice. He keeps asking me if I'm a power lifter.
Are you a
You
power
guys
lifter?
are looking at me right now, right?
Yeah.
Do I look like a power lifter to
I don't
you?
know. Maybe you look different in the gym.
I mean,
You said the lighting was pretty good
It's
in there.
really flattering.
Yeah.
The gym lighting is really flattering.
Yeah.
The gym mirrors are really flattering.
Yeah, but I am not a power lifter. Like, not even
No,
nearly.
no.
I squat
You
above
do lift
my
like-
body weight.
Yeah.
Which, like, I squat 20 kg above my body weight, which sounds like a lot, but I weigh fuck all. So I'm only squatting like 70 kg. It's
Yeah.
not that much.
That's when we were doing the pull-ups, and you were like, "Come on, Brian, you just got to do like the pull."
Yeah,
I was like,
but-
"Dara, you're stronger than me, and you weigh so much less."
There's
than
so
me."
much less to drag up.
Yeah. There's a lot of me, Dara.
There's a lot more that goes into a pull-up than I would have thought before I started going to the gym and trying to, like, when you actually work out the mechanics of a pull-up, every part of your back is involved in
it's a lot
some
of-
way.
a
You
lot of
really
back.
have to visualize it to be able to do it. And even at that, I can only do like 8 pull-ups before I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Like,
I've just got the dips.
yeah.
Just started getting the dips.
Yeah.
Probably not now though.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Unfortunately- yeah,
This
that's
is the
the fucking
problem. Is
problem.
that, like, I'm worried because as someone who has taken many a break from the gym and then gone back, you lose gains like that.
Yeah,
See, I haven't
bet
lost
it's really
like
sad. I bet
aesthetic.
it hurts.
It's so sad.
I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't lost any aesthetic gains yet. Like
Yeah.
I'm still the same size
Yeah.
and feel the same size as
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
But I'm worried the strength will.
Yeah,
go
the
down
strength.
because I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
does,
would
it's
almost say
sad.
the strength is more important as well. Like it's nice to like look super fit.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
to
yeah.
have the strength in everyday life and stuff must be really that must be
It,
that must
it
help a lot.
actually is. I was doing work down. I was helping my auntie. She's an older lady. She got a new oven, and I had to take all the like packaging off it. But when you get a new oven, it's on a styrofoam thing, so you gotta somehow get that out from under it.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch of bullshit. But I was able to like just lift up the oven with one hand while I cut the styrofoam, and that was just purely because of like gym stuff. And it sneaks up on you as well.
Yeah.
You don't realize how strong you've gotten until you're like,
You're like
lifting
picking
shit.
something up.
You
Yeah.
pick something up and you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even earlier today, helping my
It feels
stepdad.
so good every time
Yeah,
as well.
I was helping my stepdad just doing some work around the house in Dublin that I grew up in, which we rent out now. And I was I'm always aware of it anytime I help him with anything now. That when I was young, helping him with like man's work of like we're fixing the gaff, Dara, come on, let's go do this shit. And he puts on his like old gammy t-shirt and his jeans covered in paint and shit. And that used to be the most intimidating situation on earth to me. Because I would eventually he would ask me to do a thing and I wouldn't be able to do it and I'd feel like a piece of shit. But now there's this nice thing where he's like, I need you to go pick up that thing. I need you to gather all these things into a corner. I need you to pick them up and throw them in the trailer. And I'm like, no fucking problem.
Yeah.
I can do that. And that's a good feeling.
Yeah, I can
you know?
imagine. That sounds
Just
powerful.
on that same
Yeah.
thing, just like when I've done the same shit with my dad, back in the day when you're like a little kid, you just wait for him to tell you like what to do. He's gonna look at a problem and like tell you what to do with it, and you help him. But now you get to like a certain point as an adult when you're like become a man, and you're like strong, where you're both standing there looking at the thing, and then you're like, I think we should do it this way.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh fuck, we're like equals.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Did anyone else watch anything else? We got off this
Yeah,
pretty
we have
quickly.
one more thing to talk about. I'm going to take a quick break because I've been holding in this pee for like fucking, so much. So, I'll be back right about now. Now! We're back, okay.
now.
Yeah, so I watched RuPaul's Drag Race. I said last week that I would not talk about it anymore. But Oisin's on here, and he's watched RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, I've watched quite a
so
bit of
fuck
RuPaul's
y'all. We're going to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race with someone who is an ally for the first time
Yeah.
in
Someone
ever.
who was in Dara who hasn't seen it.
Yes. So I just finished season 10, the latest
That's
season.
the last one that I watched. I didn't watch further than that. I didn't watch
I think that's the
All-Stars
latest
or-
season.
No, All-Stars.
I haven't watched any of the All-Stars, but
I was watching. Oh, you should. All-Stars. I didn't see the first one, but All-Stars 2 is the shit.
See, I
It
know
has
who wins,
such-
which...
Yeah, it does ruin it a bit, but also it's so good.
Also, I'm really glad because that was the one queen that didn't win that deserved to win.
Do you think?
Chad Michaels.
Oh, the first one. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, Chad Michaels
Yeah.
needed to be somewhere in that pantheon.
Oh, because
Yeah.
Chad Michaels
Chad
is
Michaels
just
was amazing.
the one. Like
Yeah.
Chad Michaels, like Cher.
Who was?
Am I right?
Who won that season with Chad Michaels?
Oh, we did win that. Wait,
Was that wasn't
Uh,
Bianca Del Rio, was it?
no, it was no. She was season 6, and Chad Michaels was season 3 or 4, I think.
Early
4
enough,
or
definitely.
5.
No,
I don't know. Did the earlier seasons get muddled for me? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
same.
haven't- Yeah.
see, me and Ali have watched like fucking 6 seasons in like 3 months.
Yeah.
So like it's.
And they blur a bit into
Yeah.
one, don't they?
See, we skipped the season with
Yeah.
Katya and
I think that's a very skippable season.
because we
Katya
knew
and
who
Trixie
wins,
are-
and I don't like Violet Chachki very
I-
much.
Violet Chachki is such a good drag queen, though.
Her looks are great, and she came out in the season after that for the
Yeah.
finale, and she looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to go back and watch
No,
that season now.
It's a weak season, but Violet Chachki is a really good queen
See,
and a good deserving winner.
We both like Katya and
Katya is so good.
Who's the other?
Trixie Mattel.
Trixie Mattel. We
There's-
both like their YouTube show.
Yeah, no,
So we're
I
going to go
was-
back and watch it for them.
I was madly into that for so long. 'Cause,
I remember
they're so clever. The editing.
We
is
went
so
to a
funny.
party in Finn's house, and I cornered you at one point because I know I was like, "Do you watch Because I was stereotyping a little bit, and I was like, "Have you watched RuPaul's Drag Race?"
This gay man.
yeah, you're gay, right? And then you were like, "Yes, I have," and I was like, "Fucking thank God." But I look like an asshole.
You're gay, right? Yes, Brian, I have watched RuPaul's
Yeah.
Drag Race.
That was how it went.
the conversation.
That was the conversation.
But then at one point you were like, "There's this YouTube series you'd really like."
Yeah,
and
and
I
you
was
were
like, "I know it. We've been watching it. It's so good."
Can I just really, really briefly interrupt here? I want you to continue talking about RuPaul's Drag Race, but it needs to be mentioned that Brian drank 16 beers at that party.
Oh yeah.
He drank 16 beers.
16 cans, not bottles.
It was
yeah.
fucking outrageous. I've never seen anything
I have
like
the
it.
T-shirt to prove
Yeah,
it.
it was Wade Boggs. We were marking every fucking one off. You look. I'm sorry to interrupt. We'll get back to it in a second.
No, it's fine.
But
yeah.
you wanted to hit 20.
I feel like we can talk about this for bullshit, actually.
Yeah, actually.
So
you know
keep
what?
listening.
Good point.
So if you're here, you're interested in me drinking 16 beers, keep listening until we get to the bullshit.
Yeah, a little bit of
segment.
sizzle.
Yeah, sizzle. We haven't
bit of
sizzled
sizzle.
yet.
Haven't sizzled in a while, to be honest. on this
it's always
podcast.
good to
Hasn't been
sizzle.
much sizzle.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Been
Loads of steak.
a pretty
Loads and
cold
loads
of
pan.
Lots of steak, no sizzle. I feel like you need a bit of both.
The problem is
We've been eating raw steak.
we've been dropping that steak on a cold pan. There's no sizzle.
No sizzle.
Anyway,
at all.
RuPaul's Drag Race season 10. Fuck Eureka.
Wait, who won?
Aquarius, which is fine. I
That's
guess.
fine. I think
I liked Cameron Michaels a lot
I
because
liked
Buff
Cameron
Queen,
Michaels a lot. I think with
and
this
also
season,
she's really shy, and I kind of just
Cameron Michaels is a cute drag queen.
yeah,
She's a cute dude. Yeah. But
she's a cute dude.
I stopped watching that season after a while because I didn't like it anymore. Same with All Stars season 3. I just stopped watching them. I thought they stopped being quality TV.
See, we Ali will be on her laptop and I'll be on my computer, and we've got them going in the background, which is a really good way to watch that show.
That's a better way of watching it because it's not a show you need to pay attention to. For sure.
Otherwise, you'll get bored.
Watch when there's drama or like a really great outfit or something.
Yeah,
but,
I generally turn around in my chair when like the looks are coming out because I love.
That's such a good part of it.
Yeah.
My favorite challenge they do is when they make their own dresses and stuff. I always think that's so good because someone always does something that's just so out there.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But I love it because I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I think it's a great show. Because when I started watching it, I was like, the only thing I'd really heard from it is that they're very bitchy.
Yes.
And I know I said this last week on the podcast, but Oisin wasn't there at that time, so
They are very bitchy.
Yeah, but I heard
probably hasn't listened.
Yeah, I heard they're very bitchy, and I was like, oh, that's going to be really entertaining to watch. And then I started watching it, and then it like opened my eyes to this whole like new art style, which is drag. It's like performance art and visual art all at the same time.
It's really cool. There's
and
so much.
It's so cool.
involved
Yeah.
in it. And then you get like invested in the drag queens.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Some of them are just the best though. Bianca Del Rio.
Bianca Del Rio is a great drag queen.
Bianca Del Rio literally betters another drag queen. Like turns another drag queen into a better person throughout that season.
In the show. As like not even like something scripted, just Bianca Del Rio is just like that.
Just great. And
just
she's playing in Ireland soon.
Yeah, she is.
Me and Ali were looking into it, but I don't know if we're gonna head up.
I'd say she'd be good in show. I bet she's just roasting everyone.
She's definitely.
That's her thing. Is she just tears people apart, and
she's
she like
hilarious.
Gets to like the marrow of their being and just exposes them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds intense.
Yeah, but like she's very very good at doing it.
Yeah. I really like Bob the Drag Queen.
I like Bob the Drag Queen a whole
hilarious.
lot. I think Bob the Drag Queen was very underrated. A lot of people weren't into Bob Dragon because like Bob the Drag Queen didn't do makeup very well, but like. Just such a good
oh my
comedian.
god,
just
so funny.
So funny.
That's the thing as well, is you don't go into it realizing that some of these drag queens are like fucking hilarious.
Just some of them are like straight up comedians. Like Trixie Mattel, her shows are comedy and music based.
I think that's is such a good show. They're so funny.
It's actually unreasonably funny.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be. I think is better than RuPaul's Drag Race. It's better entertainment. Like RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm not shitting.
It's definitely funnier overall than RuPaul's Drag Race. Because like,
for sure,
you can stick on me and Ali have been going through the back catalog. You can
Yes.
stick on any episode of that show, and it's fucking hilarious. If you
yeah.
haven't watched it, check out.
It's a UNHHHH.
Yeah,
Right,
it's Trixie
yeah.
Mattel and
Katja.
Katja.
Yeah, and they're probably like Katja's got to be one of the funniest drag queens.
There's
in the
there's
show.
a meme clip where I actually only found out after I had seen that was actually Katja. She's like mid makeup.
Oh, it's Trixie, I think.
It might be Trixie actually.
Yeah.
She's mid makeup and she's like, I got to California and as soon as the air hit my eyes, I just tears, and then I went to the doctor to find out what was wrong. Depression. Which is hilarious.
Yeah, she was like, I thought it was allergies, but no.
Or the I love sucking ween. That's why I'm gay. They hit you with shit every now and again that just is so fucking funny.
Yeah, I feel like Katja kind of looks like a more traditional drag queen and is just fucking crazy. And
Yeah.
Trixie has like outrageous makeup, but is like way more down to earth with the comedy.
Katja, whenever Katja talks, you get the impression that she's like really smart.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
Katja seems like really like educated on what she's talking about. Like
Yeah.
she just seems to like have the knowledge. I
So
love
yeah,
Katja so
I'm
much.
well in. I'm super into drag queens now. Fuck Eureka though. She was the worst one.
Yeah, well, Eureka didn't win, so.
She shouldn't have come back in the 10th season.
Well, I understand why she came back because she like broke
yeah,
her
all right.
leg.
She was
like
okay.
broke her leg in the season before that, so they were like, "You can't keep on doing this, but we'll bring you back in the next season."
Okay.
So it's not
And then
like
she came back and she was just insufferable.
she was just really really mean to other queens, but like not in a funny way, just like a
Also, she thinks that she can say the N-word. She said it a bunch of times on Instagram.
yeah.
And it's like, hey, you
yeah,
can,
she's
like,
just
don't.
probably racist.
Just, you,
Yeah.
you suck.
Yeah.
Or was
And
she
it
saying it or typing it?
See, saying.
saying.
But
like
you see, the
looking
thing
for
is,
videos like
Yeah, for videos.
that's not good.
No, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Wow.
it's
Like
because
typing it would have been bad too.
I would've
If it
been-
was
no,
in the
yeah.
caption, it still wouldn't have been great. But
Typing is terrible, but saying it is even worse.
no,
it's
no.
because she seems like an ignorant person as well. Like she just.
She comes off like that a whole lot. Yeah, I wasn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wanted Cameron Michaels to win. I think because I liked her the most.
I liked Cameron a whole lot.
But I can
don't-
see why Aquarius won.
Aquarius is very like a lot of other queens who have won. Like Aquarius.
Yeah.
She's like a lot like Violet Chachki, I think.
Yeah, small
And
white
Sasha
guy.
Velour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I like Sasha a whole lot. Oh, that bit in the finale with Sasha Velour with the fucking rose petals. Am I right?
Oh my god!
That
I
was-
talked about this last week on the podcast.
Yeah, sorry, but it's just that
Or
was
the mask.
because she was. The mask was incredible. 'Cause
Season
she
9 was a fantastic.
It was
season.
great. She
Yeah.
was up against another queen who was excellent as well, who looked like they were going to
Peppermint?
win. No.
No.
It was the other queen. Damn it, I forget what her name was. But I thought she was going to win the whole
Yeah.
thing. But then Sasha Velour, like...
The Rose
Shea
Battle.
Coulee. Shea Coulee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Shea Coulee was going to, like, destroy them.
I like when the weird queens win. Like
yeah.
Sharon Needles when she won, that was great.
Sharon Needles is also extremely racist.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just
Yeah.
watched the show. I only know that because I literally Googled.
Yeah.
Because I disliked Eureka so much. I'm very petty. So
Yes,
I Googled Eureka worst drag queen.
Yeah.
To find other like-minded people, so I can just be like, yeah, I'm right.
You can just feel so validated for not liking Eureka.
And I
Yeah.
was. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't. And the problem is Eureka, like she says, people just don't like me because I'm fat.
She was just.
And it's like that's not why at all. You can be a fat drag queen and be good.
Yeah.
Just you're not though.
Yeah,
You're just dislikable.
Is it not weird to be like a racist drag queen? Is that not kind of weird? Have you not suffered enough, like abuse from homophobia?
We could get into this, Dara. Like,
Oh yeah.
gay men can be so racist.
Really?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Oh, hugely.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Also-
that's a huge thing.
Just
Why?
real quick,
I question that a lot.
real quick.
yeah.
I just wanna ask, where's the straight drag queens? Okay, why is there no straight drag queens?
I mean,
Is that really something you want to ask?
I
Do
mean,
you-
look,
I mean,
that's-
I don't want to ask, but I am quite curious. Like,
I bet there is though.
I'm sure there is.
I
but,
know
like,
of
everyone
straight-
on RuPaul's Drag Race has been gay, and I'm not saying that's a problem.
I
Like that.
think most
That's
drag
totally
queens
fine.
in general are
Yeah.
gay, but I know of some
But I
straight
just-
drag queens, but they're usually women.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious as to why it seems to be.
That's interesting.
It's just a gay
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Like it is a gay thing, and that's fine.
How does it work being a female drag queen?
You do.
How is that drag?
all-
It doesn't. It's not real.
No,
It's not real. They're
no,
not.
No, it
They're
it's super.
fake.
It's super is real. Shut up, Brian.
That's where they dressed up as men, right?
No, that's a drag king.
Yes,
which
I
is
know
also
that, I know
super
that.
legitimate.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, I mean, like drag, I suppose, kind of, because a lot of drag queens are trans as well.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah.
you wouldn't take drag away from them. So also a lot of drag queens would be women as well as a lot
I
of drag
think-
kings.
I think it's safe to say that drag queen. Anyone can be a drag queen, and
We are drag. No,
it's-
we're not.
I
No.
mean,
No.
I've worn drag. I went to the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was 14 in drag.
I think
and,
you could. I think you could maybe. I don't know. You've got to.
I've got a really feminine face.
If you shave
when
the
I don't
fuck
have
out
when
of
I
your
don't
face,
when I
yeah.
don't have facial hair. When I went to
No,
the
but
Rocky
you
Horror
might
Picture
be
Show
too
in drag,
pointed. I don't know.
it was pretty angular.
Although, no,
I've
I
got
think-
quite a-
No, but you can contour.
Yeah, you can
I've
contour.
I've got a
so-
pretty,
Just
I've got a pretty
makeup will
sharp
change
jaw.
everything.
Yeah.
I've got a kind of mannish jaw. I think that's kind of the most distracting part.
That's
But
fine.
When I went to the Rocky
that
Horror
is
Picture
really
Show
less of a problem
at
than-
14,
Cameron Michaels.
Cameron
I had-
Michaels is great.
But I went to the Rocky
That
Horror
like
Picture
bird
Show.
costume. Wow, sorry. Go
Oh
on.
my
Go on,
God.
Dara. Sorry, go
Well,
on.
I was in drag and I had this huge afro on because it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? And I had makeup on, so I looked like a woman. I was wearing a skirt and stuff and like a pink blazer, and then I took off the wig and I just had really long hair because I just had long hair back then and it was tied back into a ponytail.
Ooh.
And then for some reason, it's usually the opposite way around in places like this, but for some reason during the interval, the line for the men's bathroom was really long, and the line for the women's bathroom was really short. And I had
No
my hair
way.
in a ponytail, and I was wearing lipstick and a skirt. So I was like, I'll just go into the
See,
women's bathroom.
this is exactly what we're afraid of.
And then no one batted an eye. No
Dara.
one batted an eye at
Dara.
all.
That's what we're
That's
just-
what we're.
It's-
the main threat
it's
to
not-
drag.
it's
is
just Dara.
It's just
I
Dara.
don't
The day
want
that
Dara.
Dara does drag again is
I
when
don't
drag
want Dara
dies.
coming into my daughter's
Dara
bathroom.
killed drag.
Do you remember in first year for Halloween? I wanted.
Vaguely.
This is a story of accidental drag, right? Because I wanted to be a hippie for Halloween. I was like, Mom, I want to be a hippie, and she was like, okay, and she went into town and went to these charity shops and got me clothes that she considered to be hippie clothes, but what they were was like a pair of purple leggings, and then like a tank top, and like a silk kind of robe, a floral silk robe. And then I was wearing that afro wig again. So I just looked like I was in drag. I didn't look like a hippie at all. I just went to school basically in drag. And then I got up on stage in front of the whole school and played a song pretty badly because I was like not that good at music yet. But I was in like drag the whole time and it was really weird. Is that you? That is you.
That is a
you
picture of me and
That
my
is
cousin
you.
dressed up as women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heavy
You
makeup.
didn't shave.
No, it was like a spur of the moment thing for a charity thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty good. You're
Oh,
on your
I
hair-
think I could be a good drag queen. Yeah, definitely I could. But I want to talk about one thing from the finale of season 10.
Do
I don't
it.
know if you got to.
Do
the
it.
finale.
I probably know
Perfect time
about
for
it,
me to piss then.
Asia O'Hara,
Yes.
her finale
Right.
costume with the butterflies.
I didn't see it. I don't know what it looks like.
Oh my god.
Does it look
I kind of
amazing?
wanted Dara to be. I'm going to pause the podcast until Dara comes back because I wanted to tell him about. All right, sorry. We waited until Dara got back because I wanted to tell him
Ow!
about this.
No.
No.
That was so loud. Don't go that close to the microphone. Your mic is way up loud.
Whatever. Fuck it. Go.
So every finale of RuPaul's Drag Race, or seemingly,
I
they're
think
gonna
it was
do this
after
from
a
now
while. I think actually it was from that one
on. It
with
was.
Sasha
It was.
Velour.
Yeah, it was 9 and 10.
Yeah.
They do lip sync battles,
Okay.
and everyone has special attacks.
Uh-huh.
Because Sasha Velour came out and she pulled her gloves off and Rose Petals came out and then she pulled her wig. I told you about this
Yes.
last.
Yeah.
She pulled her wig off. Rose
We
Petals
should
came out.
show
It
him
was
that
really
later
cool.
on because it's something that you have to witness.
It's really cool. Yeah. And So after that happened, everyone needed to have a special
They had
attack.
to have something. They couldn't just
Yeah.
go out and do a dance. They had to do a dance with something.
Yeah.
You know?
So one of the finalists of this year's RuPaul's Drag Race, Asia O'Hara, who was great.
Yeah, no, she
was really good. She had a lot of great looks.
Super terrifying teeth, though. Did you notice that her teeth were just so white? So like
Yes.
they
Yeah,
weren't.
her teeth were
blindingly white.
yeah.
Sorry, go on. That wasn't relevant.
but she was very good.
She was a good drag queen.
She had been working in like makeup for years as well, and like
she
doing
really
stuff
smooth
like that. And
looks, yeah.
and all of her looks were great, and she was generally just seemed like a nice person. But she gets there, and her special move.
Yeah.
She's got these big fake boobies on her dress. But and these big things on her wrists, and she pulls them off, and live butterflies are supposed to fly out.
Oh no. Oh no.
The butterflies are alive, but they don't fly out. They don't do anything.
They just stay.
They just stay there. And then some of them fall on the floor. And then I'm pretty sure some drag queen stepped on those butterflies.
Oh, no.
It sounds horrible. I didn't see it.
And you
I
can
haven't
see
seen
it in
that.
her face when she does it.
Oh god.
You can see it. She does it and it doesn't work. And she's like,
no.
oh, fuck, I've just lost. And then you see, like, they cut to the crowd. And the crowd are also like, oh, fuck, you've just lost.
Yeah, they know it.
And it's so sad because I think of all of them, maybe Asia O'Hara probably should have won.
She was a good drag
she was
queen.
excellent.
I don't remember who else. It was
Aquarius
Cameron
was
Michaels,
fine.
Asia.
Eureka.
Oh, yeah, Asia was a
Eureka
good one.
definitely shouldn't have won. And she didn't.
So
That's fine.
Happy ending.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
She did do one cool thing. She had like a big corset on that just said the big girl. And then midway through her lip sync, she whipped it off. And underneath it just said wins, which I thought was pretty good.
That would have been good if she won.
Yeah. And then she definitely beat Asia O'Hara in that lip sync as well.
Yeah.
Because she changed outfit like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. They have this thing with like a reveal, so they'll wear an outfit, but they have an outfit under that, so they'll take off an outfit and there's something else. I feel like the impact of that has
Eureka's
been
a big
bit
lady.
after
She
a
can
while.
fit like multiple outfits.
Yeah, and she does a lot. Yeah.
That's class.
Yeah.
Fuck Eureka though. Yeah, worst queen. We're like an hour and something in.
Wow.
Yeah.
We could probably go on next segment. I can't dictate that. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna do? Also, this is 0.5, so if this sounds like a shit show, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we get away with it. Are we gonna talk about the movie?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The
Why the fuck not? Let's do it.
yeah.
It's gonna be a long episode. We
Yeah,
have
it will
emails. We have bullshit.
Yeah.
We have a ton of bullshit. I have so much bullshit.
Yeah, it's not actually a movie. It's a pilot. It's the first episode of a thing we watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adol Sheen's recommendation. It was
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You ran away while I was talking.
okay.
I'm gonna run away while you guys explain the plot of this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope
Okay.
that I am on the same page as you.
Yeah.
So it's called Strong
Woman Do Bong-Soon.
Do
is what it's
Bong-Soon.
called. It's
We would never get that without you.
Yeah, no, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a K-drama, and I had watched a few episodes of it a while ago. I hadn't seen the whole thing, but I was like, I remember it being really funny and super like fast-paced and not too talky.
Yeah.
So I thought that it would work for this.
I think it did.
I think it did a whole lot
Yeah,
actually. I think there were some really good moments where you guys were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on?" So like the premise of it is it's like a generational thing where all the women in a family have like super strength, but if they
Give
if they misuse it. So like the mother is it's like she's a horrible person. She's just kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Kind of not a nice woman, and she would like use her strength to like hustle people, get money off them. She would just
Right.
misuse it, and then she lost the power to use it, and kind of like broke out, and like stuff. So like the main character Bong-Soon, she has the strength as well, but she's trying to be really careful to not misuse the strength. So you see at the start of it, there's a scene where she's on like the train in Korea where she is, and she sees a man kind of like
Groping.
groping a woman.
That makes sense. I
And
wondered why she didn't do anything.
Yeah, she looks over like she's gonna do something, but she's got to tell herself to not do
Yeah.
anything because she can't risk it. You know,
Right.
She can't lose it. You know,
Yeah.
It's just and like misfortune follows or something if she misuses it.
Right.
So the idea of the whole show is kind of watching her and her using her power, and there's also subplots.
Yeah.
Anyway, you tell me, and you, Brian, tell me what you got out of it, because I kind of know the plot.
Well, I
what
just,
you thought what was happening in the episode.
It was fucking off the wall. It was
Bizarre.
nuts. It was hilarious
Bizarre.
how nuts it was. There was just a lot of like ridiculous looking special effects where like she would punch a guy. Well, no. Look, first things first. She is born, right? We see the scene where she's born, and the doctor is like looking at the little baby. And the doctor's like, "Oh, look at the little baby," and then suddenly this tiny fist flies from the baby.
Yeah.
And fucking knocks the doctor
Baby
the fuck out.
punches the doctor out.
It's brilliant. Right from there, I was like, I'm on board with this.
Yeah.
That was a
This
good
seems
scene.
like good
the
cracks.
scene that got me on board was the scene. I can't remember where it was, but there was just too much editing going on. It was like too many edits. Like there was too many transitions between every shot where it would like it would explode, and that's the new shot, and then there's hearts all around her head, and then it's
Yeah.
and music.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love everything about it. The editing.
The editing is pretty
the
outrageous.
over the top, yeah.
Oh.
Because I watched it with subtitles and didn't notice the editing as much. But then when I watched it with no subtitles, I was like, oh my god, they went overboard with the visuals, but it works so well.
I kind of want to watch it, the rest of it, without subtitles too, just so I can like enjoy the editing
I think you should.
without knowing what the fuck is going on.
Because I've seen 3 episodes of it, and it's really, really good, and I would super recommend watching more of it. Subtitles or no subtitles. It's enjoyable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just a nice thing. Everyone's very attractive in it too.
Oh god, yeah.
Which is you like
Yeah.
enjoy looking at it.
Yeah.
Everything looks really nice because it's Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just all the art. Like
what I find with Korean dramas is that they tend to have really good production values.
Yes,
Really
yeah.
good cinematography.
yeah, that's the thing.
And everyone's beautiful.
Yeah.
The cinematography was actually like really good in it.
Yeah,
And
it was really.
The main character herself, Bong-Soon, she was an interesting one because she was like really, really pretty, very pretty, but like
I would say cute
like,
more
yeah,
so than
right?
pretty.
So
yeah.
much so that like she
She's like a
she
cutie.
looked like a
She's-
child. Like she was
She
like,
did look very
would you
young.
look like you couldn't even like the guy, the guy who runs the corporation or whatever.
He's a hottie.
He's sexy.
He's a
like,
hottie.
Oh, he's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he's just like
Yeah.
a good-looking dude.
He's
What a-
incredibly
and then there's
handsome.
just,
Beautiful
and then you're like,
face.
would you look at her? Would you
Yeah,
look?
she's, yeah.
Look at her in her super strength. You know?
Asian movie and TV men though, they're all just really
Yeah.
handsome.
Very, very
Yeah, and
handsome.
I like a lot of K-pop because I went down that route. I don't know why, but it happened. And there's just so many beautiful men.
Yeah,
It's
like-
because you hang out on Twitter and Tumblr.
Well, I don't.
You
hang
have to
out-
go in one direction. You're either a Nazi or you're into K-pop.
I saw a thing earlier today. This is a bit unrelated, but I saw a thing in one of those fact videos that I was talking about. And again, I'm only going to know this vaguely because I only know any of those facts vaguely. But basically, North Korea blew up like a submarine or something belonging to South Korea, right? And so
Oh,
South
no.
Korea, in retaliation, they were like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to establish a radio frequency, and we're going to blare K-pop at North Korea.
Oh.
And they did this for like quite a while.
I have something to add on that. There was because the relations between North and South Korea are kind of getting a little bit better recently. So
Yeah,
some-
they met up at the
They shook hands and yeah. So a South Korean K-pop group called Red Velvet actually went over to North Korea to do some performances, and Red Velvet are very well known for being quite sexy.
Oh, yeah.
And so they had this. They had a performance of a song called Bad Boy, which they did in front of a North Korean crowd, and it's so funny that like they're doing this kind of like they toned it down a bit and they're like fully clothed. but like they're doing a slightly sexy dance to a song called Bad Boy in front of many conservative-looking North Koreans. And there's one dance move.
No, the word is hungry-looking North Koreans.
And there's one dance move where one of the members, she like cocks a gun and shoots like the crowd, the audience, or the screen, but she did not do that at this thing. She fully just skipped over that and went on to the next dance move.
Yeah.
And like you could
Don't blame her.
and the members legitimately looked unsettled while they were doing their they just one of them actually looked like she was having a great time.
Yeah.
But the three other members were like just like the energy was a little bit tense.
Yeah.
I think we here at the Translation Lost podcast give 2 thumbs down to North Korea and their regime. Fuck them. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I would say
Kim
so.
Jong-un Kim
Jong-un
is a little bitch, and he wouldn't fight me
Do you know
one-on-one.
something? Will I get into that?
Mm,
Dangerous territory.
Maybe.
Not really.
Is it?
To be honest,
Is
no,
it? Are
look,
they going to
I'll
come
just-
after me?
No, not that. I'm just
Probably
saying
not.
one of those biographic videos I watched was actually on Kim Jong-un, and you know what? He's not the worst of them. Because it detailed like the regimes of his 2 predecessors, his grandfather and his father, way worse. And Kim Jong-un, it turns out, is like the first North Korean dictator who's like actually, like although yeah, they've got the fake shop fronts and the whole country's in poverty, but he's actually trying to improve that, whereas the rest of them weren't. And he is also upfront with his people in a way that
How do you know they're not
other
just
people-
presenting that
No,
right
but-
now
no, but
because
what
he's
I'm
in
saying
power?
is, what like he is upfront
To
he
get
is
the Western
upfront
world to
with
stay
his
away.
people in a way that North Koreans never were
All right.
before. A very, very high-ranking officer below him who wanted to take his place, basically, who wanted to kind of dethrone him and become the dictator, was working with him for the first like 2 years maybe of his rule, and then he realized that he was just trying to steal his power, and so he had him executed, and this guy disappeared, right? And that's what happens in North Korea. They disappear and nothing's ever said.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there started being rumblings amongst the citizens being like, I think they executed him. And then Kim Jong-un came out and went, yeah, I did. And they all went, what? Holy fucking
You
shit.
told us?
I cannot believe you told us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So,
everybody
like,
here's
probably
the thing.
pushed
Look,
us.
he's
Here-
not great.
No.
But he's definitely better.
Did you
No,
just tell the story where he
Don't
executed the
describe
man?
Kim Jong-un as better, because better than those cretins is still a fucking cretin.
I'm saying...
Stop firing missiles over one of my favorite countries,
Which one's that?
Japan. They
Oh,
keep
yeah.
firing missiles over Japan.
I hope they don't.
Stop doing that.
I hope they stop.
Fucking
that, so it
fight
doesn't
me
sound good.
one-on-one. Madison Square Garden. Me and Kim Jong-un. I'm calling him out. Boxing match. Boxing rules. I'll do it.
I don't think it's that controversial for me to say I prefer Kim Jong-un to Kim Jong-il. Alright? I don't think that's... Ooh, oh no. I'm not glorifying Kim Jong-un. I don't think he's a good ruler. But I think he's better than
I'll
his
fight
father
Kim
was.
Jong-il too.
Well, that'll be more difficult.
That'll be,
Based
no,
off
it'll
of
be
my
easier.
limited...
No, actually, might be easier.
Way easier.
My limited information on the subject, that's the opinion I hold.
Of course, we watched a Korean movie once, and then this
Oh
happens.
God, yeah. No, actually, let's go back
Yeah,
to
let's
talking
move away
about.
from this
Yeah,
entirely.
absolutely. Strong
K-pop.
woman. Yeah, K-pop is my life now. Strong woman, Bong-Soon. What did you think of it, Brian?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was fantastic, but I really liked it.
Yeah, it's like
I-
endearing almost.
Yeah, it's super endearing. You really you kind of like everything that it's got this like light tone to it that's like
Yeah.
really nice.
And then like subsequently a very dark tone when
Yeah,
some really
but-
weirdly dark things happen.
But it's kind of like you feel like they're just having fun, and
Yeah.
like you're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna jump on board and have fun with this too. This is good, and that's what I got without subtitles or anything.
Yeah.
They definitely do a good job of getting across the tone through like visuals
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like we
Scenes.
didn't fully understand the story. There's the head honcho of some company who's
Yeah.
clearly in love with her. He sees her beating up a bunch of guys.
and he sees a bunch of
Yeah.
hearts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah.
and what he's doing actually is he gets her to be his bodyguard. That's like
I picked that up.
Yeah,
We're getting
yeah.
good at this, Brian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sensed that because it seemed when she was in his office and he was like getting her to go up against your man,
Yeah.
his assistant. It seemed like he was like like
Testing her
auditioning
out,
her.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
He was sizing her up.
Exactly. Yeah, and that dude seems interesting. I want to know more about him.
Yeah, I like him a whole lot.
Yeah,
He's so
aside
handsome.
from the
He's
fact that he's really
so
good looking.
Beautiful. And
Yeah.
actually, before I watched the TV show, I knew him, but I was like, I didn't know where I could place him. But I actually knew him from like a meme or something. That was from the TV show, I think. But it's context that you'd only know if you knew what he was saying.
No, okay, yeah,
Which
makes
you
sense.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I like it a whole lot.
But yeah, he's like a good-looking young entrepreneur. He's like the head of some big company. He's got a really dope-ass office.
Yeah, he's
where-
got a hoverboard.
He's got several. He has
He's got
three lined up
clearly
behind
got
him.
a few because he just abandons a hoverboard at one point to chase a man.
The first scene,
Yeah, he
his
does.
very first, his opening scene is he is on a hoverboard, just going through the town, having a great time on his hoverboard, and then he sees a guy. I don't know
He's
why.
looking shady. He's looking
a
shady.
shady
He's
looking
like
guy.
side-eyeing him.
Yeah, and so he's like, "Hey, you!" And then he hops off the hoverboard and chases
runs
him
after him.
way away from where he left the
He just
hoverboard.
leaves the
The
hoverboard.
hoverboards mean nothing.
You
to
just
this
know
guy.
he didn't go back for it. Like
God,
he
no.
didn't go back for it. He
No.
was like, "That's gone."
Yeah,
that's fine.
That
It's
belongs
fine.
to some fucking poor child now. He's gonna have a great time.
He was like, that wasn't even my best hoverboard.
Do they build hoverboards, this company? Like, 'cause
No,
he
I
had
think-
3 behind him on his office. He's sitting at
Yeah.
his desk, and there's 3 hoverboards
I think
behind
it's
him.
like a games one because he goes by like all these big figurines. Or something,
Yeah.
like he's like life size like
Yes.
monster things.
And he's got
So-
he's got one of those gaming chairs with like
Yeah.
a steering wheel and
Yeah,
shit.
and
yeah.
you see her in some parts at the start, and she's like doing I think there's a part where she's gaming, but there's a part where she's doing like software development stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's her like working there or
Yeah.
if that's
right?
like a few.
I'm pretty sure he has the official PlayStation driving wheel,
Oh, yeah?
and I hate that I know that.
I hate that you know that. No,
That's hateful.
This guy though, like, he seems like, I don't know. There's
He's-
just something interesting
He's
about him.
super charismatic, even when you don't know what he's saying. I think.
And he's bringing the turtleneck back
Yeah.
single-handedly.
No, that was a different guy.
No, it was not. It was him.
Oh, it was him.
His
'cause you were talking about how
assistant,
beautiful-
is
had
also wearing a
as
turtleneck
well.
at one
Yeah,
point.
and actually did rock it as
He
well.
looked pretty good.
He did look
He had a
pretty
nice kind of maroon suit on with it.
yeah.
Like I
probably
said,
not.
he wears things that if I wore them, people would be like, "You fool, you fucking fool."
At one point, he's wearing a big overcoat that looks like a dressing gown.
Yeah, but he was rocking.
He's rocking the
His-
He
fuck
looked
out
good.
of it.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
name's Minhyuk.
Minhyuk.
And
Minhyuk.
She's
she's Bong-Soon, and no one else.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't pick up any.
Then there's her
we've-
ma.
Yeah, and then there's the police dude.
Yeah, the police dude.
That
He's not
she-
as good looking, but she is in love with him.
But he's also still pretty good
He's
looking.
pretty good looking.
Yeah, but I think it's just in comparison.
Yeah.
I think everyone
He
would
seems
pale.
drier as well. He like with his delivery of lines.
Yeah,
But
he's-
maybe that's like a
yeah.
brooding intensity.
I think I'd say that's what it is.
Yeah.
The other guy's got like the charisma, and this guy's got like he's kind of got an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's got the ability to dress up as a female prostitute and strangle
Yeah.
some guy to death. I think.
I don't think he killed him.
I don't know.
He's like an older man, and he like got him for like drugs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was needles and shit on the
Yeah,
table.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
that's a fucking crazy moment.
It's a really, really weird scene because it didn't register with me at the time that it was the same guy. That it was the cop.
yeah. It's like I think that's like it's like a flashback, and it's like, oh, this man will do anything, and then they show this scene being like,
Right.
this is how far he'll go, and then in the next scene they show him going to a new like precinct or something, or a new group of people. So I think maybe they were like trying to like push him off on like the kind of less premium cops. They
Right.
were like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
these cops, they don't do so well, or they're not like as prominent, or you're gonna push this like problematic officer on them because we don't need his bullshit.
He had a very cool leather jacket in his first scene.
He did.
He
He
did.
did.
And he had a cool bomber jacket later on.
Do you wanna just really quickly talk about the first action scene,
Yeah, that
which is her in the construction site versus the guys on the street?
that was definitely the scene where they were like introducing what this show is going to be about.
Yeah.
The kind of vibe.
So
Yeah.
you guys, because
Well, it was like really brutal slapstick.
Well, there's a bit where she like shows up and this guy breaks her phone,
Well, first of all,
there's not much before that. It's
Yeah.
just this guy is like beating up on this bus driver because he's
Yeah.
blocked the road.
Yeah.
The bus driver took a picture of his
registration.
Yeah.
So the guy gets out and he's like,
Starts
"I'm
just
clearly a
wailing
criminal.
on- Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
you."
absolutely.
And
I'm
starts
wearing a
wailing on
black
him.
suit and leather gloves.
I have a scar on my face. Only criminals have facial
I'm
scars.
Yeah.
smoking a mini cigar.
And he was just kicking him, but he was playing.
Case
he was
in
toying
point.
with him.
Case in point. I have a facial scar right here. I am a criminal.
Yeah.
He's got. It's what I just real quick on that guy as well. He's smoking one of those mini cigars and
Yeah.
he's smoking it, and then before he starts wailing on the bus driver, he tucks it behind his ear, still lit.
That's pretty hardcore.
That's
That is
hardcore as
That's
fuck.
that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that guy. Like when he smiled, I was like, oh,
Ooh,
that guy.
ooh,
Is,
off
yeah,
putting.
and the other guy too. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he starts wailing on the bus driver.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the bus,
I like that it was on both
yeah,
sides
it
of
was
the bus.
just both sides of the bus. She has her phone out, and this
Yeah,
guy,
she like cycles up, I think. Yeah.
this other guy, just takes her phone and starts flicking through her pictures.
Yeah.
There's like a selfie of her, and there's a picture of some noodles, and he's just flicking through her pictures.
No butthole pics though.
No, not a single
Surprisingly.
butthole pic. Yeah.
I was pretty disappointed to be honest.
Yeah.
But then he drops her phone on the floor,
yeah.
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
He throws it. I
Yeah.
think. He throws it.
the
Right?
implication,
tosses it, yeah.
the implication is that he broke it. He didn't. Like the battery came out, but
No, I think it was cracked. I think
Yeah,
well,
it was cracked,
proper.
yeah.
Okay,
And
right,
he fucked it,
right.
yeah.
Well, she's really angry about this, and
Yeah.
she just wants him to replace it or pay to replace it.
Yeah.
And so he starts fucking with her,
See,
and she stands there and takes it for a while, which I guess is like what you were saying about how she doesn't want to
Yeah,
misuse the power
But
in case she loses it.
there-
Yeah.
there's he's like standing there fucking with her, and it's
Yeah.
like kind of slapstick for a bit. He's
Yeah.
like hits her on the forehead, and you're like, that's
yeah, and
you know,
he
whatever.
like taps her with his gloves.
And then there's a bit where he just slaps this actress.
Yeah,
He just
like
slaps her
real
on the
life
face.
slaps her.
Yeah.
And
And
you're
it's
like,
not like-
it's not funny anymore.
It's not even.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
that's
even,
when she was too. She was
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
no, you've gone too far.
And it's not even like a. It's
She
not
fucks
like a
him up.
full
She fucks him
arm.
up.
It's not like a full arm, like all your power kind of slap. It's just a really degrading little.
Yeah, but she
smack
is
in the face.
so much smaller than he
I
is.
think
And it
it's the
looks
fact
really-
that
It
like
does.
it's definitely a real slap.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
those actors were like, we're gonna do a real slap right now,
Yeah.
and it's because it's a real slap. You immediately are like, oh fuck, what?
I think
no.
I think you guys really felt that as well. Like it was, you were like, oh, he's fucking with her, and then he slaps her. And the two of you were like, what the fuck?
oh no, this just got serious. Okay,
Change the energy altogether.
but then she slaps him.
yeah,
and several teeth come out.
yeah, there's like
And
a
she
big
leaves
red,
a big red
big
hand
red
mark on
hand.
his
and he
face.
goes flying.
Yeah.
because she has the strength to do that.
Yeah. And then another like two goons see what she's done, and they like run up to her,
yeah.
and then suddenly
Yeah.
they just stop, and it's like from behind them, and you're like, "What's going on?"
Oh.
And it turns out she's just stepping on their feet.
But the ground is like cracking
yeah,
underneath
like
it. Yeah,
the concrete of the ground like cracks underneath. I thought that was really well done because
That
they
was good,
stop,
yeah, yeah.
and you don't know why, and then it like shows her standing on
Yeah.
her feet. It's really funny.
Yeah, and it's like her teeny tiny little feet on
Yeah.
top of their big fucking leather shoes.
boots. They have
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
boots on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty good.
She throws the guy into, assumedly, the sun.
yeah.
Because he goes up for
and
like
there's
a
few-
long
What I love
time.
about that is there's a few scenes of her like fucking up some other guys, and then he comes back
then
down.
he comes
like
back
you've
down.
almost forgotten about him.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he returns.
He
yeah.
lands in a big tub of water.
Yeah.
She breaks the dude's hand really badly.
Oh,
yeah.
she yeah.
in like a
And then
Mortal
fixes it.
Kombat
she,
style
like-
X-ray like
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They show
But-
you his hand breaking
Yeah,
bones.
but she not feels bad. She's like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So she like the cracked like fingers. She
Fingers.
like puts them back
Yeah,
in
she's
place
pulling them
while
back, and
he's
there's
like
this-
on his knees, just like
Yeah.
like squealing.
And there's this horrible cracking sound every time she
Yeah.
pops one back into place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good scene because it's very much setting up what the show is going to be like. They
Yeah.
obviously did that
It's super
scene
fun.
purposefully,
It's-
Yeah.
being like, this is
Yeah.
what you're up
Yeah,
for
this is the
when you
vibe.
watch this. Yeah.
And the whole time that this scene is going on, the head of the company dude is
the
watching
pretty
from
boy.
afar.
Yeah, he comes up with his car
Yeah,
and he
he's like,
calls the
"Whoa."
police himself.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
They-
he sees them and he's kind of like, oh shit, she fucks them up.
They do that like 3-shot like close up
Yeah.
of her, so you know that dude's like fucking in.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just like,
He's convinced.
yeah, he's about to risk it all
Yeah.
for this whole one.
It's the episode we watched was pretty short. Like I think.
Well, it was like an hour long.
It was an hour and
It
a
was
bit.
an hour and a bit.
It felt short as fuck though.
It's short for what we usually watch.
And it breezed by a bit.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. There was no lull. That's the thing.
It was very good. Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you have anything more to say on it? Surely you do. Hopefully you do.
Yeah, like, well, just like the
Sorry,
mother
Oisin.
seems like a cunt. That's the thing. The mother seems
Her
like
mother
a cunt.
does seem like a bit of a cunt.
Yeah.
Her mother is clearly just a very like bitchy.
And we can say cunt because we're Irish.
Yeah, there's the scene where she's getting kidnapped.
Oh, when they were kids.
Yeah, when they're kids. Her and her brother are getting kidnapped, and then her brother pisses himself on the seat in the back seat
That's
of
what
the
you
car.
do when you're getting kidnapped.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
sure.
Piss.
I mean, I haven't been kidnapped, but I assume that's what I would do.
Oh, I would.
Right?
I would piss immediately and then start biting.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
literally, I pissed. Yeah.
But this dude is like driving down the highway, and they're in the back seat of the car, and the brother's freaking out, and he starts crying, and he pisses himself, and then she's like, "All right, enough of this shit."
Yeah.
And then she just like
She just goes.
just bats the door,
Yeah,
and
and-
it just comes off.
She
the
kicks
car.
it.
Yeah. And then your man like stops the car, and her and the brother get out and just start running, and then your man starts driving in the car directly towards her.
like I'm gonna
and
run
she
these over.
shoves her brother out of the way.
She like just smokes them on the ground.
But
It was almost business-like. She just like, get out of the way.
Yeah, out of the fucking
But
way.
you can tell that they told this child actor to be like, really push that kid.
Yeah,
Like, really fucking push that
He'll be
kid on the
fine.
ground.
He'll be fine.
Because she
I bet-
fucking just.
I bet if you froze it, I bet that like the boy's face. I bet he looks really surprised, like almost insulted, because she
It's
just
so
pushes
funny.
him out of the way.
Yeah.
It's
And-
so perfect.
And
Yeah.
then your man, the kidnapper, starts speeding towards them.
In
she
his
pushes
car,
the brother
yeah.
out of the way. And then she just extends her hand. And then there's quite a good shot of the
Dude.
car, like, flipping up on
She hits
top.
the car-
on
she
its
stops
two
the car
front
with her
wheels.
hands.
Yeah, with her hand.
And she just stops it, and then it just bounces back down.
It looks so much better than it has any right
Yeah.
to look.
It
Yeah.
looked really well.
Looks
like, a lot of
really
the-
fucking good.
A lot of the action looked like very comedic and
Yeah.
like kind of like, oh, it's funny that they did it in that way, but shit, like that
It
looked
legitimately
really well.
looked cool. It was
Yeah.
like a little kid stopping a
The
car.
fact that
and
like the
it's
way they framed it too, like she
Yeah.
was just there in the foreground.
Oh, and
small,
she's tiny
and
as well in the
because
car,
this
yeah.
is her in a flashback as a child, and she's like
Yeah.
tiny, and the car just like comes up because she just puts her hand out. That was a really good scene.
Yeah, it was great.
It was.
Why was her mother smacking her? You said you'd reveal
Oh,
that
I'll
on
tell
the
you that.
podcast.
Yeah. So remember, her dad works in like a pie, like a shop where they do like nut pies.
That's the guy with the hat.
The guy with
little
the hat, that's
her dad.
Her dad, right? And then
Okay,
this
okay.
woman comes in, right? And her mom is in the corner, like with some other gossipy old women,
Mm.
and they see this
course.
woman come in, right? And they're like, oh, we don't like her, you
Yeah.
know. And the woman's like flirting with the dad, and the woman says, "Oh, my son saw your daughter in the police station, and her son is the police dude, the guy that Bong-Soon really likes."
Right.
And then the mom hears that. She's like, oh, Bong-Soon was in the police station. What the fuck was she doing there? So the mom, like, in that scene appears and wails on Bong-Soon because she's like, what are you doing in a police station? You know,
Makes
what
sense.
did you do wrong?
Yeah.
Because she knows that she has, like, super strength.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, who did you fuck up? Because I'll fuck you up.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or she'll try. She won't be able to.
Yeah.
But then, also, that police dude shows up at her house, gives her a taser.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
giving out
just,
tasers.
you know, here.
It's have a free taser day.
In case
Yeah.
any more guys
It's
try and fuck with you.
initiative by the police department. We're giving out tasers today. Like,
I don't know about Bong-Soon, right? But if I was in her situation and that police dude was there and that beautiful, beautiful, like, CEO guy was there, I wouldn't be all that, like, I wouldn't be all over the police guy.
No,
Like, he
no.
was a pretty guy.
He was a pretty guy, but he wasn't as pretty as the CEO
He
guy.
wasn't.
That
The sense
of
CEO guy
righteousness.
was just.
Maybe she was just like, you know, the justice, you know, like, and, you know, the edginess.
yeah.
But I don't know. He didn't draw me in as much. I don't think he
No,
was
right?
supposed to, though.
No.
I don't think so.
Maybe he grows on you over time.
Yeah, like a fungus.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
like
but
a
I really
fungus.
liked him anyway. I think all the characters were very likable. Like, her dad was obviously just like a really goofy idiot. Like, he tries
Yeah.
to hide money away from the mum, and the mum just like, you know, it's just like, no, if you hide anything from me, I will kill you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And,
Seems like a really intense woman.
yeah. She,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it on a second watch.
I think it's wild. I think if you're ever going to hit a Bong-Soon, check this show out. I think it would be a perfect... The weirdness of it would be a perfect...
Yeah.
It's 0.5. I'm drunk. What's it to you?
It was fun.
I feel like
really
Oisin also drinks, and he's supposed to be here with me, but he's like 3 ciders in. He's keeping it very conservative.
How many
beers
are
did you
you
have?
in?
Actually, only 3. I
Yeah,
guess.
so like we're on the same
I've been drinking them
level.
real quick.
Okay, but like I started drinking when you started drinking.
No.
Dara, back me up here.
I am backing you up. I'm checking the alcohol percentage here of Brian's.
Oh no, I'm
cans.
not that drunk.
What's your alcohol percentage?
I'm
bro?
saying some stupid shit, and I'm
Mine's
using
4.5.
Yeah, what's his?
4.3.
4.3.
4.3. Brian, you're soft.
Clearly not.
You're soft as fuck.
No, I'm clearly not drunk though. I'm just giddy because it's the podcast. I'm saying some shit, and I'm using the drink as an excuse.
Fair enough.
I think it was a really good show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would you recommend it to
Absolutely.
someone?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
a-
fun.
Yeah.
You might not like it.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
wouldn't
feel
say
like
it's for everyone.
maybe it's not for everyone, but it is very
Yeah.
fun.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
a Korean drama. It's on Netflix. It's called Strong
Strong,
Girl
Which is
Bong-Soon.
stupid.
Strong Girl Bong
That's
Soon.
dumb.
Yeah, the actual title for it is Strong Woman Do Bong-Soon, which isn't so different, but like I feel like it matters.
I think the woman makes a big difference. Strong girl, like what?
Yeah, it doesn't-
That doesn't
No,
have the
I
same
think
ring.
Strong Girl Bong Soon makes sense. But if that's not the actual title of the show, then
Yeah,
you
just-
know,
I think actually
it's stupid
from
that Netflix
people
would do
I
that.
know that watch a lot of K-dramas say that Netflix do that a lot to
they
titles.
changed. Yeah,
They just
yeah.
changed them.
I could see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh.
They want
I-
to get people watching them. You know.
I guess, but I feel like that's not a good enough reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Netflix.
Are we?
Fuck you.
No, fuck
Where
no.
are we sitting right now? Do we have any more to say, or I think we're.
Yeah, no, I think.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty glowing
Yeah.
recommendation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
I think
Same.
it was
If we
a
were
lot of fun.
when we're putting this on the board next Christmas, you know, I think it's going to be pretty high.
Oh, when you do the board again, are you adding the year that was like 2018, or is it strictly 2019?
No, it's just what we watched in 2019.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, it's going to be every guest that we've ever had on the show.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna rank them.
Oh
No, no, they're all going to be there.
They're all
yeah,
gonna be.
I think that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
idea.
it's going to be a big episode.
That's
Because we'll have by that point we'll have a budget. So it's all good,
yeah,
you
for
know.
sure, for sure.
We're gonna get
It's time
rich.
to invest our
We're gonna get
summers
rich
coming up.
between now and then. So
Yeah.
we're,
Well, you
we're
know,
good.
someone won the Euro Millions. We could do that.
Someone did you win the
yeah, we
Euro
could. They
Millions.
got like 175 million,
That's
which
all,
is too
let's all
much
do the Euro Millions.
It's way too much.
for
that
one
money
person.
would
Oh
ruin
no,
you.
it was like a syndicate.
Oh, well.
I
anyway,
hope
so
it was a syndicate.
I think
was
it was a syndicate.
I
It
hope
has
it
to
was.
be. No
I
one
heard that-
wins if they're not in a syndicate. You know.
Yeah.
People do. Oh, that's another video I watched during the week. Everyone who wins the lottery goes fucking broke in like 5 years.
Yeah, because you want to have wealth. You don't want to be rich.
yeah.
Rich is a number. Wealth is a possibility. If you're wealthy, you have a lot of places where you can get money from.
Yeah.
But if you're
So
rich,
they
you just have a
invest.
lot of money, and you go
Oh.
through that very quick.
Yeah.
You're so smart, Brian.
But like that's the
Thank
thing. This YouTube video I watched on the subject just kept referring to all these people who gave almost all of it away. It's really sad.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the guilt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah.
just- yeah,
Ah.
like people just keep people find out you have the money and then they just start contacting you
Ah.
asking for money.
I
Oh no!
Honestly,
If,
fuck off,
that's, if you
everyone.
win the lottery and they're like, "Hey, do you want to be on the paper?" I'm going to be like, "If you put me on
Yeah.
that paper, I'm going to hire a bunch of Bitcoin assassins to kill you." Don't do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I don't want anyone to
honest.
know
If
that I win the
someone
lottery.
I knew won the lottery.
Here's
I
what you
wouldn't
do.
Be all that crazy about it. you
No,
know?
no. Here's
I've
the
survived
Thank
this.
you.
all right.
Play me a quarter.
We're
Oh, that'll do. That'll be
Yeah.
more than enough. I'll be your best friend forever.
all right. If you win the lottery, here's your plan. Right? I'm gonna break it down here for everyone listening.
Do it.
This is the way to do it. You win the lottery. Don't use it. Don't tell anyone you won. Keep it in an account somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just have money to dip into when you need it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. You just now you have a safety net. That's
Yeah.
that's,
Well, no, what I've always said
don't buy
is
a
that
whole
if
load of
I-
shit. Just keep it
I
there.
wouldn't buy a whole load of shit if I won the lottery, which I can't because I've never bought a ticket.
But if I won the
I
lottery,
bought tickets.
If I won the lottery, what I would do is immediately just buy a house. It doesn't have to be like not a mansion, just a house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just
a house.
buy
yeah.
a house,
Yeah.
so that like, and then put the rest of the money away. So then it's like, even if this money runs out, even if my life goes to fucking shit, I have somewhere to live forever.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
own
that's-
that.
that's
house.
pretty
you
good.
don't because you
No,
wouldn't need to
that's
pay
a
a
pretty good
mortgage on
idea,
it.
yeah.
Like it would. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've never bought a lottery ticket. Like I've never just been there and been like, I should buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
It's always been me and Ali like just hanging out, being like, let's buy a fucking lottery ticket, see what happens.
Yeah.
I think the lottery is kind of an idiot tax.
It's a tax on poor people. It's sad.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
sad, but
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
buy the lottery tickets. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
And if you do win, you're going to tell people that you won, and that's a mistake.
Mhm.
Oh god, I wouldn't. I'd tell my family.
I wouldn't tell anyone.
I would
Really?
tell, I'd
Nobody.
tell my
I would
family.
I
keep
would
it in
tell
an
my
account, and I
family.
would just dip into it when I needed
I'd
it.
tell my family, because otherwise I'd buy my family things and they'd be like, Dara's selling drugs.
All right.
My
I-
family
I'd
wouldn't
tell-
jump to that conclusion.
I think
They'd be like, "Yo, we got a job."
you both have much bigger families than me, I think. My
Yeah,
immediate
yeah.
family is
For
really
sure.
small.
Yeah.
3 people.
3 people.
I've
that's
got
right.
Ali and my parents and
Yeah.
Ali's mom. That's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like a cute extended
Ali's brothers,
family.
I guess, as
Yeah.
well, just somewhat.
I've got my grandparents. My grandparents are going to last another like 10 years, so what am I going to do? Buy them a house? I'll buy them like a holiday.
Yeah, I
You
think
know?
they'd like a holiday.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
10
Something- they're like an
years.
experience. I'll buy them an
Yeah, for sure.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that sounds nice.
You know,
They're not gonna, they have a lovely house anyway.
they have a really nice
Like,
house.
I have
I
lots
might-
of really good
If I won the
memories in their
lottery,
house.
I'd buy their house. That's what I would do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Why not?
love
Is this,
that
is
house.
this your Carlo grandparents?
Yeah.
And great hair.
Really
What?
good hair.
What's
God.
up with that?
My granddad
Dara's
has
granddad.
fantastic hair.
He's such a swole
way
man.
better hair than me.
He's so
Way
handsome.
better hair
He's just
than
got a
me.
lovely head of hair on him. He's
Yeah.
just, oh.
Yeah.
He's got good cheekbones.
Yeah.
He's just always looked good. He's never,
Yeah,
he's never
so
stopped
like
being
he's so
handsome.
put together.
Mm.
Like I
He's
don't know.
always wearing a tie.
That man just has his shit together.
Both of my granddads have, like, no hair. Because they're dead.
They don't have skin either. It's
They
gross.
don't have, they're just skeletons at this point. They both died, like, one of them died when my ma was way before I was born.
Yeah.
And then the other one died when I was like 3. So there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, mine are dead too.
One of them might be dust at this point.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Pretty possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. One of my grandparents.
Both of them are probably dust at
But he
this
only,
point.
he only died a little while ago. He's probably still relatively put together, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
pumped full of
You
those.
know, people
fucking-
say that your hair and nails continue to grow after you die.
It's not, your skin
true.
shrinks.
Yeah, your skin
yeah,
shrinks.
your skin shrinks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
So
it look
yeah,
longer.
That's fucked up.
Strong Woman Bong-Soon
Oh yeah,
is a
back-
great TV show.
Sorry, we're talking about dead relatives.
We're gonna take a break and get back into emails.
Emails.
And don't worry, I'll remember to do the song this time. So be right back. Okay, we are recording again. Everyone, get off your phones.
Bye, Tinder.
Oh, fucking Tinder, get out of here. You fucking run the place.
You fucking not in a relationship guy.
You single bastard.
God, I bet that's
Here, I will give you this ready to go. That's
It does.
the email.
Thank
But
you,
hang on.
Machine.
Sorry.
Thanks for the acknowledgement.
Okay,
That was
so
just because he was doing it.
Joking,
Because he was doing it.
I'm quite
sorry.
happy to everyone listening.
Okay. He is. He's got a big smile on his face.
Oh, he's
It's
going
time.
vibey with it. He's going vibey.
that's emails.
Email.
Emails.
I came through on both.
Oh, hell yeah, it did.
So
Oh, it's been coming true on both all night.
So we're on to our email section. We
Yeah.
have an email from one ironic. Who's that?
That is
A
Barry.
word from Barry.
A word
A
from
word
Barry.
from
I don't
Barry.
know Barry or ever heard of him. He doesn't sound super significant in this podcast.
Oh my god.
I am always the number one.
He's written into every episode, though.
Yeah, well, every episode except the first one. I'm pretty
You've
sure.
only written into a few.
Hey Brian,
Oh,
shut up.
oh, the murder in your eyes.
Okay. Anyway, so with the caption, where do you think all this gold came from? I don't know what's that a reference to?
We often don't know. Barry frequently refers to things that we said on this show
And I listen to this show, and even I don't remember the things he talks about.
Yeah, I don't know that.
So
but
apparently the things that just like fly right over Brian and I's heads, that's the real gold to Barry.
But I hope Barry like is getting a lot out of that. I hope he's happy.
Yes.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
It's the that's when you're a teenager and you smoke weed, you get two things: you get addicted to the cigarettes and memory loss.
Yeah.
That's you drink on every episode of this show.
You drink on every episode of this show, and I don't talk shit about you.
Yeah,
You
Dara,
have a
what's up
monster
with
problem.
that? Jesus
you
Christ.
have a monster
Judgy
problem.
much? What? Just
Always
fucking-
drinking Monster Energy.
Anyway,
It's disgusting.
on to Barry.
Ripper's
This is-
good though, right?
It is pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So, geez, he writes a lot. You know, it's different when you're typing it, but when you're reading it, it's so much more daunting. Anyway.
Right? Dara's never had that problem.
No,
He's never read
not
any.
even when you were on. You read them to me.
Yeah, it's true.
It's because Dara can't read.
It's true. My dark secret.
Dara exposed. He can't read. Yeah, it was really rough, like watching you go through school just not being able to
It's a
read.
good thing. Thanks for sitting next to me and reading everything.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting sidetracked
Sorry,
from
we are,
Barry's
we are.
email here.
Hey, congrats on the new platforms, though I'll be sticking to YouTube for the foreseeable future. Yeah, me too, Barry. Fuck. He's a man with taste. He also loves Avatar. So he's like an intellectual, like big brain thinking. Spoofy isn't really my kind of thing, and I tried to live life avoiding the Apple Corporation like the plague it is. So I put it to you that Thor Ragnarok may indeed be the best Marvel film, not because it's hilarious, but because it's hilarious and smart. Our man, is that Taika?
Yeah, Taika or Taika.
Taika slipped in some smart boy socio-political commentary in his Disney-funded Punchy Man movie, like you might wrap medicine in meat for a dog. That's a good analogy, Billy.
It is.
Well done. Asgard's new backstory, blood conquest, and then covering it all up with pretty murals, is not only far more interesting and realistic than boring-ass good versus evil setup from the previous movies, it's also a deft metaphor for how your own terrible world works. And all, and all this from a film starring a silly rock man. Truly outstanding. It's weird reading this out because I almost feel like I don't know where to pause. Yeah, there feels like there should be a natural pause, but I'm like,
You see,
not
Barry's
gonna.
also really good at grammar. So
Yeah,
like, you
I
kind
think that's throwing me off. I'm not
Yeah.
used to that. None of my friends know grammar.
I've read too many
You're used to reading my illegible scrawls of nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're too used to reading YouTube comments
Oh, it's
to like
true.
deal with Barry's verboseness.
Yeah, but I will repeat my berating of Dara to write the MCU article and also watch Avatar, which is true because that is one of the greatest TV shows. Brian doing a bit of games journalism would be very welcome too. Get on it, Brian.
Yeah.
I am on it.
Ooh, he's on it. He's on it.
I've written like 1,000 words in like the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Getting embroiled in some horrific internet scandal would be great for driving up traffic, and while we're at it, he might also have time to review a video game.
That seems to
I'd
be
like
the
to
only
think
thing
so.
video games journalists do these
Yeah.
days.
Okay,
Yeah.
the scandals? Really? How? Over what?
Let's not get into it. It's a bad idea.
Yeah,
It's a bad idea.
I don't think that's what Barry intended when he
Yeah.
wrote that. Our household has officially finished Star Trek The Next Generation,
Oh,
and we've
nice.
watched the first few episodes of Deep Space Nine. It's pretty good, giving a more grimy perspective on the Trek universe. Terrorists and gamblers and a shopkeeper who is absolutely not a spy, if that's what you're wondering. Most importantly, it bumps up our boy Chief Miles O'Brien to main cast. He's the most authentically Irish person I've ever seen in American
Yes,
TV.
He's great. Yeah, call him Meanie.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
You know
He's
Colin
a,
Meaney.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
yeah.
a great
He's
actor.
fantastic in Star Trek. He's
Yeah,
great.
I don't even know the character, but I said great casting because casting him as anything is
It's
great,
great.
casting.
He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
he just works in everything he's
Yeah.
in.
An Irish treasure, the jewel of Ireland.
He is.
Everyone's da. The country's da.
Oh yeah, isn't he the dad in like the Snapper?
yeah,
the
yeah.
Snapper,
man.
And in the commitments.
And in the
The Commitments,
commitments.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's no
He's
exaggeration
the whole
there.
country's dad.
Yeah.
He's great. When permanently transferring off the Enterprise, he almost leaves without saying goodbye to Captain Picard.
Picard.
Picard. I didn't watch Star Trek. because he saw his office door was closed and, direct quote, "I didn't want to disturb you." How goddamn relatable. Mom Buckle. Wait, there's more? Is there more? Is that it? Ah.
Is
that it?
Maham Buckle.
It just ends there.
I feel like maybe he was intending another paragraph, but he might have hit send.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I don't think so. I think Mahambukal is a great way to end
yeah,
it.
it is pretty good. Yeah.
Again, as always, thank you, Barry.
Yeah, I think everything Barry does is intentional. I don't think he'd make a mistake like that.
You make this email section viable.
Exist.
If you stopped, we would no longer have an email section.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah. Barry's pretty great for that.
Every now and then, it's like we have 2 emails, and I'm like, what?
Star
What?
Trek: The Next Generation is fucking fantastic. I've been stuck on the same episode for so long. I just can't finish it. I get bored. I put it on for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm already bored of this.
Skip it, man.
Skip it. Don't
No,
watch that
skip it,
episode.
but that feels wrong.
Nah, don't let
I
it
don't
feel
want to
wrong.
skip it. That feels
Whatever.
wrong.
You skipped an entire season of RuPaul's Drag Race. We were talking about this
That's
earlier.
true.
That's reality.
But that's
TV.
not on a spaceship. That's in LA. That's different.
You don't know that.
RuPaul could definitely play a Star Trek captain.
Drag queens
Yes.
are aliens. That's what we're getting at here.
Wow,
That's-
Dara, that sounds pretty damn homophobic to me.
I
Dara,
said I
what
wanted
the
them.
fuck?
I wanted them to remake Mad Max 3
Yes.
Beyond Thunderdome, the one with Tina Turner.
Yeah.
But instead of Tina Turner,
It's RuPaul.
it's RuPaul in full drag. Why aren't there drag queens in Mad Max?
And
It would
every
be
time that
perfect.
RuPaul shows up on the screen, Sissy That Walk comes on the
Oh!
background.
Oh, RuPaul's music is just—it's the fucking best. I love it. I love it. It's so bad.
Yeah, I've never wanted to listen to.
Oh no, me and Ali listen
but-
to it so much.
Like I know you haven't watched the seasons 2 All Stars, but there is like the 4 finalists, right? They do a song together on that, and it is incredible. Like, you know, they do that in some other ones where like they'll write the lyrics to it.
Yeah.
But this is the original one, and it is the best one. And I really want to show you it, but I feel like you're probably going to end up watching this show sometime. Or I'll just show you anyway. I don't know.
you could just show me.
I
anyway.
can just show you
Who cares?
because I think you'd really like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you for that email, Barry.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing into my show.
I guess that's
It was pretty cool of you.
I guess that's the end of the podcast. We're at 2 hours.
Oh, fuck, we are. Jesus.
Yeah.
Barry,
And by-
I'm working on that article, man. I'll
I
get
was
back.
kidding. It's not the end of
I'm
the
also,
podcast.
No,
I'm also
it's-
working on.
we have a lot more to go.
We've got
I'm also
so
working
much more.
on getting around to Avatar. Sorry for
Are
not
you
doing
though?
either of those.
Because I have it on DVD and Barry has it on DVD.
No, I have it on DVD. 'cause
You
he
have
gave
it.
it to me.
Jesus Christ. It
I
just
think-
turns
I
out
think-
Dara's terrible.
I went to school with a guy, Jake Murphy. I said his full name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah,
And
you just
you
did.
took a second
Yeah.
to really
It's cool.
find it as well.
Yeah.
It's cool. No one's gonna find him through this.
Probably not.
He gave me Avatar on DVD, I think. Unless he didn't, and it was Barry, and I've just named this dude for no reason. It's very possible. I think it was him though, and I loved it. I thought it was good. I don't think I finished it. I don't think I finished it.
Question.
Are we
that I
making
just
it?
thought about.
Well,
How are we gonna do the theme? Is Oisin gonna play?
I don't know.
We didn't teach it to him at all.
It's
Yeah.
it's C,
I can,
G, and D.
No, fuck that. Chords, no. But what I can do is just sing along.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Do you,
you
want
know
to
the
sing it? I'll
song.
play it on piano.
Yeah.
Actually.
I'll
How about that?
I'll bring
Oh,
that.
this guy. I'll play
I'll
on
bring-
piano.
It's fucking there. It's right there.
You're
It's
always-
further.
You know what? You come to my house and you don't even talk to me. You
Oh,
immediately go to the piano.
this
I
is-
do.
this
That
is-
true.
this
I
is-
talk to you while I
It's
play
really
piano,
mean.
But I do just
It's-
play
it
a
makes
lot of
me
piano
so
while
sad.
I'm-
I
It's
get
really
so
turning
sad.
into
I
a
get-
0.5
Right.
episode
Brian-
very quickly.
Can I just
Absolutely.
say, actually, while we're on this, Brian gave me a keyboard so I could learn how to play piano, and now I come to his house and just play piano.
Yeah, because I gave you my
you
worst
have-
keyboard.
Because you have a better one. So,
I have an amazing keyboard. I don't mind saying that. It's great.
okay, we ready?
All right, hang on. Let me just.
Oisin's not. He's on his phone.
Yeah.
Oisin, you're about to sing
Wait,
this
wait,
shit.
wait.
Am I
Is it C?
It's G. G first.
G, C.
I don't know.
D,
Just play.
G. Oh yeah, fuck it.
One,
start.
2, 3, 4.
Bullshit for Brian.
Bullshit for Brian.
Like a lion, a curly-haired lion. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. On that lion, time for bullshit for Brian.
All right, so this is going to be the first 3-hour episode. I assume there's a lot of bullshit to get through, and I guess we'll just... It's a 0.52, so we'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
Whoa! Don't drop that monster, boy.
That one's empty. It's fine.
Okay. All right. I went to Dublin.
Yeah.
We could talk about that for a bit. I went up to Dublin. It was Ali, friend of the show, former employee, fired.
Yeah. Let her go for some really, really inappropriate sexual conduct.
Yeah, she was sleeping with the boss. It was not good.
It wasn't okay
She
at
was
all.
sleeping with our boss, which is me. Nah, she just never came back.
Yeah.
We just started recording on a day where she was up in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Sad,
happened.
man. I miss
It
Ali.
is, yeah.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have really liked to have seen Ali because Ali is great.
Yeah.
She is.
She's
Yeah.
so lovely.
Yeah. Ali is one of those people
And I don't see her enough.
who's just
I mean,
kind of
you live
persisted
nearby.
through
You
my
can
life.
just come up whenever you want.
I really
You're
should.
welcome
I should
to.
walk up sometime.
Yeah.
I remember being
Psycho.
introduced to Ali when I
Do you
was
have a
like...
bike?
I have a bike.
Okay, well then. Yeah.
When I was like 13 or 14, I was introduced to Ali, and I remember at the time being like, this person seems a little too cool for me to I don't think this is going to pan out. And then
Same.
all these years later, just still friends with her.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Same.
Yeah.
I remember the reason me and Ali got talking actually was I went to Paris and we were in the same friend group. And we were friends like, but we'd never like talked
Yeah.
that much. And I think she was like, I had been in Paris with my family, and she was like, how was Paris? Was it good? She sent me a bunch of dick pics that she found. And I was like, I opened all of these on my mom's phone.
Yeah.
Because that was the only thing with internet in Paris. So they're all like saved in my mom's history now. Thanks. And then she was like, how was Paris? And I was like, I got Animal Crossing. And then we started playing Animal Crossing together. And 6 years later, here we are.
Animal Crossing is great. I can't wait until that comes out on the Switch.
I was so pissed when
You
there was
got a
no
Switch?
news about it in
Not
the
yet.
Direct.
Oisin's getting a Switch.
Eventually.
Ali
You know, when I make
got
money.
a
When
Switch.
they bring out Animal Crossing as well.
Ali got a Switch for Christmas, and she barely played. She got it for Animal Crossing when that eventually
Yeah, it
comes
hasn't
out.
been.
Yeah.
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 That's,
And
Actively.
you know what? I haven't fucking played my Switch in months.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Animal Crossing. I don't
Animal
care.
Crossing is that game.
Oh, it's so good.
It's just that's the life I want to live. And this
Animal
life does
Crossing.
not compare.
Animal Crossing has a special place in my heart, obviously,
Yeah.
because it's how I met my significant other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Significant. I don't know if that's the right word.
That's how I met my other.
It's how I met my
My
other.
other.
It's,
so I
The
met
other Brian.
The other.
I mean, basically.
At this point.
I mean, I met
Kind of morphed
another
into one.
person.
Yeah, we're like
Animal
one
Crossing.
dude. We're like one gross dude.
But yeah,
I believe it.
I
But yeah, it was her exhibition
yeah, that's right.
up in
Yes,
Dublin for her
I-
college.
Really wanted to go see that, and I feel really bad that I didn't.
I-
But it was.
She had one little piece. It was very good. Her thing that she's doing with her at the moment, her topic, is really good. It's kind of equating plant life to computer programs and how there's similarities between the two. It's really interesting when she talks about it. I can't talk about it because I'm a dumb idiot. But we went up anyway, and we were up there to clean up the gallery and stuff, and that was all fine. I got to meet some of her schoolmates,
Nice.
classmates who I've never met. Even though she's been going there for 4 years, I've just never been up in Dublin to meet them. They're all really nice people. Grand, I sweeped up, so I did get some help in there, so
Nice.
they can't talk shit about me.
some brownie points.
And then we walked from Crumlin to Smithfield, which in Dublin, that's one heck of a walk.
Yeah, that's not close.
That's a walk that makes you think like, oh shit, Dublin's kind of just sketchy out all the time.
Also, there
Even
was,
nice spots like Crumlin and Smithfield, which compared to other spots in Dublin are
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lot of public transport along the way as
loads.
No, we would have had to walk. We wanted to get to Token, the barcade.
well. Yeah.
It was either a 15-minute walk or a 5-minute walk to a bus that would have taken 17 minutes.
What about the Lewis though?
Same. We would have
Yeah.
had to walk way down to get to Lewis.
Fair enough.
So we were just like, fuck it, we'll walk.
Yeah.
That it was a fine
'Cause
walk.
it's not that big, Dublin. It's really not that
It's
big.
not
Like-
that
like
big, but
Dublin-
it's kind of, like,
Dublin-
weirdly spread out.
It's
though.
really
like to walk somewhere. It can take a while.
Dublin is like, it's sketchy out in some places,
Yeah.
but it's a city. You can just walk anywhere.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like it's.
And you
Especially
were.
during
You're
the
still
day.
here.
It looks sketchy,
Every
but
time I go
you'd
to
be
Dublin,
grand.
every time, and I go to Dublin like pretty often. This year has been like the least frequently that I've been going to Dublin, and at that I'm still going like most weeks, I'd say.
Mm.
But I like every single time I tell my mother I'm going up to Dublin, she's like, "Be careful," as if anything's
Nothing,
ever going to
like,
happen to me.
nothing's
anyway.
Yeah,
gonna
no,
happen
it
to you in
won't.
Dublin,
You
really.
It won't.
You're
It
just walking.
Won't happen.
There's
Walking
too many
down the street.
See, the problem is there's too many people. The statistics are against you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
There's no way anything's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we walked Dublin with no incident because, of course,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
And we got some food there. We didn't play any arcade games because we didn't have time.
Yeah.
But the food was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It seems like a
Like-
really. I know people who've gone there and really like it.
I
It
got
seems like a
the
really
fried
cool
chicken.
place.
Ali got a big hot dog. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like some of the best food I've had in Dublin.
Yeah.
It's up there with Mama Jalapenos, which is the peak of Dublin cuisine.
Interesting.
It's a burrito place by Trinity, I think.
I don't know it.
I also don't know it. I'm not
Uh,
big on
do
burritos.
you know the
so
roll-
Yeah,
by
no,
that I
I
mean I
mean-
don't eat them.
I like burritos a whole lot, but they're not
See-
my go-to food.
Yeah.
Nobody goes into a burrito place and says, "Yes, I'll get a burrito with everything on it."
But they should.
But that's what you have to do in Mama Jalapenos. You got to get a burrito with everything on it.
There's
Yeah.
that whole bit in that Bo Burnham song about how that's a bad idea.
Nah, Mama Jalapenos knows how to make it work.
Yeah. Did you ever
Yeah.
go into that burrito and blues place that's just off Georgia Street?
No, I've been to a few burrito places,
Yeah.
but not either of those ones that you've talked about.
Because if you
I've
take
only
the
been
15,
to Mama Jalapenos and the other place by where's the where the Garda station is?
Pierce Street?
Pierce
Street. That's that really shit street.
No, Pierce Street's not
Street's
bad.
nice.
What's
yeah.
the really like dangerous street?
Oh Jesus!
I don't
man,
know,
you're
that-
fucking-
By the bus Aaron. Maybe it's not
Oh,
that
but like by
dangerous.
Bus Ars? It's Bus Ars.
Yeah.
It's literally Bus
Yeah,
Ars
yeah.
because the
there's
police
that
station.
whole-
But you
Oh
know
yeah,
the-
there's a police station.
Yeah,
You
right
know
across
the,
they're
you know the
right from
street down that street.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's
yes.
actually a lot of sketchy streets
Yeah,
around there.
Yeah.
super sketchy.
Yeah.
But there's like a burrito place near there that's
Yeah.
Mm.
not great.
No.
Oh,
I
No.
got a burrito there. I'm sorry, Ali and her friend Holly, if she ever listens to this.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really like the burrito there. I think Mama Jalapenos has got everyone beat.
Yeah. See,
Oh.
I'm curious about this burrito and blues place because I
I'm not.
pass by it a lot,
Brian.
and every time it's like right on the corner, about to go up onto Georgia Street. So like anytime I've gone to the George, I've seen it, and anytime I take the number 15, which goes out to Knocklion and Temple Oak, where I have family, it goes up past that place, and I'm like, do they play blues music while you eat your burrito? Is there live blues music? Because
Maybe-
if so, that sounds
See, the
awesome.
problem
Maybe you
is-
just go there.
I'm-
and
I'm-
you're really sad.
Maybe.
It's just really sad.
Yeah, yeah.
Eat a burrito, everyone's eating a burrito and crying.
Yeah, it's
in
because
a
you're eating a
separate
burrito.
table.
It's because you're eating a burrito that you didn't get in Mama Jalapenos.
Yeah, exactly. You see,
why
that's
you're
what
sad.
that's their thinking. As well.
I hate like I've been in 2 other burrito places aside from Mama Jalapenos, both of which have been super
Haven't
disappointing.
In
been
Dublin?
in this one.
In Dublin?
One in Dublin, one in Carlow,
There's a burrito place in Carlow?
near my house.
This is
Oh yeah, no,
ridiculous.
obviously.
This is nonsense that's happening right now. Oh my god! If you like burritos, I don't. Try that place because I just want to know.
Obviously,
Even I don't care if it is actually worse than this place, but you can't claim it before going.
I'm fucking with you. Stop taking everything so seriously, Jesus.
Just try the fucking burrito. I want
no,
to know.
next
I wanna
time I
know
go to
if they
Dublin.
play
Maybe one
blues
time.
music.
Yeah, I'll consider it because I like burritos.
Thank you.
But
I
I've
just
only
wanna
been to
know.
like chains.
Oh,
I've been
I'll
to-
definitely consider it, but the next time I go up to Dublin, I'm getting that Korean barbecue.
Oh shit!
I've never had Korean barbecue. I've never had it.
and it is amazing. Also, there's a lot of Korean places around town that make beautiful food. There's like this one place that's like in the back of a shop called Hansung, and they do just such good food for such low price.
Yeah.
And I bring everyone there, and they're always blown away because it is really nice.
But I going up to Dublin, I forgot how much I loved like going to Dublin. I like going to Dublin. I don't think I'd like living in Dublin.
No.
I think I'd hate that.
I think I'd love to live in
No,
Dublin.
I'd hate
No, I think
No
anything-
desire to live in
We're not
Dublin.
afraid to leave our houses.
I think when you're in
No,
Carlow,
I just wouldn't like to live in Dublin as a city. I like going there. It's cool.
No, that's super fair.
That's-
but I
yeah.
think that Carlow is just not great to stay in after a while.
No.
Carlow?
I really like to not be in Carlow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
And when sometimes
Not
when I-
being in Carlow is dope.
sometimes I go back to Carlow and I feel sad because I'm like, oh shit.
But I thought about it. Like, is the fact that I don't want to live in Dublin, does that mean I don't like cities? But no, I like going to Dublin. I like going
Yeah.
around Dublin. I have no problem with that. And I like been to other cities, and it's always been really fun.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I just don't think I'd live in Dublin. It
My
doesn't
top
seem like
two
my
places
scene.
that I would like to live in Ireland at the moment are Dublin and Galway. Galway's great.
Well,
I've
anywhere
always
west
really
is
loved
pretty
I've
good.
actually-
Actually, I'm thinking about it now. Cork, definitely.
Cork
I'd
is also
love to live
really
in Cork.
beautiful.
I've never been
but
to Cork.
It's
Cork's
so
lovely.
nice.
Yeah, I'd
it's,
like to
it's
go to
really
Cork
nice.
sometime.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like-
Galway's gorgeous stuff. I love Galway.
Yeah, Galway's a lot of
yeah.
fun. It is so beautiful there.
Yeah.
Galway's
It's like,
lovely because
shouldn't
the city,
be that pretty.
No, it's really picturesque.
Yeah,
like,
really
the-
picturesque.
The
That's the
city
right word
of
for it.
Galway is really nice, and the surrounding countryside is also.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
You can just pop
It
out to the
is. There's like
Gaeltacht.
beaches and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
all
Like-
around that like beautiful West Ireland.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dublin
That's the
wants
thing.
what Galway has.
People. I've talked to people who like aren't from here on like Discords and stuff, and they're always like, "Oh yeah, I'm going over to Dublin. It's gonna be great." And it's like, don't go to Dublin.
Yeah.
Go to the West. It's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
if
you
you,
really
want
wanna-
that
if you-
Irish
Yeah,
experience.
Yeah,
you're
if you
out
want
from
that
outside
Irish
of Ireland
experience,
and you want to
you're
know
not
what
gonna get-
Ireland's like.
But you see, they only probably know Dublin, but there are some other locations that are really
The
nice.
closest thing you're gonna get to the Irish experience in Dublin is those shitty souvenir shops.
I
Or
hate
it's
those.
sort of like-
I hate those so much when they blare
Yeah.
like that Irish music.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
just like, please.
I was really tempted to go into one and like buy my parents something when I was up there, just as a joke. Be like, I got you something from
That's just a
Dublin.
souvenir. Yeah, I think the most Irish experience you're gonna get out of Dublin, probably odds are, is having a junkie ask you for change. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the most Irish thing you're gonna experience.
Either that
That
or,
happens all-
or
yeah.
touring the Guinness factory.
Which I haven't done.
I've never
No,
done.
I've
No,
never-
I never
I've
will.
never done that.
I'm never going to do that. I
No.
don't
Yeah,
care how
I'm
they
not
make it.
like-
I just want to drink it.
I don't
yeah.
even.
I'm not
I
mad
like-
about Guinness. It's fine.
I like Guinness. I love a pint of Guinness.
You do apparently you get lots of free Guinness, but I don't think it is really free Guinness because you're
'Cause you
paying
pay
for
to
the
get in
ticket.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely there's a fee to get
Yeah,
in.
and
Yeah.
you definitely pay with the intention of getting Guinness as well.
Oh, for sure.
No
Oh.
one goes there thinking they're not going to be given Guinness.
No,
We had a
you're
great-
paying for the extras.
Yeah.
We had a great experience on the way up in the bus. We sat down at one of, on the train. Sorry, not the bus. We take the train because we're civilized people.
Because you barely go to Dublin.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so you
think
can
I-
afford to
yeah,
go
yeah,
in
I only
luxury.
take
The
bus.
few times I go to
Yeah.
Dublin, I get the train because I like trains.
No.
And it's fun.
I love trains.
trains
If
are
I
great,
if I
yeah.
if I could
Yeah.
afford the train, I'd take the
Oh,
train
for
every time.
sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Ali takes the train up and down because she's insane. But yeah, when we go up, we take the train. So we're sitting at the. Do you know when it's not like a table seat? It's like a 2-seater,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's people across from us, and the guy has this thing down. He's got a can of apple tree. I'm like, that's fine. You see that on the train every now and again. It is very early in the morning, but that guy's living his best life.
Yeah.
Gonna leave him off. And he's sitting there talking. I can hear him talking. He's got a thick Dublin accent.
Yeah.
You know the type.
Yeah.
You know the
Yeah.
type.
Oh.
He's talking away anyway, and then I hear his female companion, who, I mean, they're both rough looking. Like they're
Yeah.
both rough out looking. No offense, they didn't bother us entirely throughout the thing, and I it's fine. But I hear her go, no, there's people around. And that's when I hear that, and
Oh, yeah.
my
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah,
interest
yeah.
peaks
That
up.
definitely
I
piques
kind
your
of
interest.
start side eyeing, being like, "What's going on here, boys?" and then he's like, look." The guy's like, I think they're college students, so like it's grand.
Yeah.
And then they're kissing away,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
But then I hear some rustling
Oh,
going
yeah.
on in a bag, and I just hear from the mumbling 100%, and then I hear.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, I know exactly what's going on.
Wow, fucking hell.
This
That's
dude's
gas.
drinking cans, taking coke at fucking 11
Oh,
a.m.
Jesus.
On the train.
Yeah,
On
on
the
the train.
On the train. Like, I get that from buses.
Yeah.
You can do that on the bus. You can take a piss in a bus. No one will know.
I've like fully been on like Dublin bus and someone has like lit a cigarette or like a joint on the bus.
Yeah.
Like other people have told them to like fuck off though.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous
That's
and I
fucking
hate
stupid.
it.
You're an idiot if you do that.
People have done it though whilst I've
Also,
been on the
don't
bus.
Especially
pee in
at-
bottles on
at
buses. It's
nighttime.
no
I
good.
really would like if people never did that.
I did it.
Yeah.
On
But it was
the-
a cross
on the-
country
like
bus.
That was fair. That was an act of protest because that's a
I guess-
2-hour bus and there's no toilet on it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
insane,
right.
and they don't
Outrageous.
stop.
It's outrageous.
That
It was
they
like
don't
2.5
stop.
hours
Which bus
too.
is
was
it? Is
longer.
it the
was
bus
to Athlone.
up to Dublin from
Athlone.
No, from
Athlone.
here to Athlone. Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
toilet on it. I really needed to pee. I drank
Yeah.
a bus can. My fault.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
But
Whenever I'm taking a really long bus trip, I can't drink anything before it because
No.
I'm like just in case. I
the way
can't
back down, I
be on
had
a
come
bus
off
like
like a
that.
night of drinking, so I was super dehydrated. That bus journey was fine. I got to explore the Midlands.
Man, I'll just piss at the bus stop every time I'm getting a bus. You can just walk down to the end of the bus stop. There's a river. You can piss.
All right,
There's
we're
also
talking
a
about
toilet,
piss
like-
a lot. I'm going to go piss.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Do I have
Oh,
anything else to
actually,
say about Dublin?
No, while we're on that, I was on Dublin bus earlier today, and I had like not really that
Did
similar.
you take the bus up or down?
No, I got
you
a
took
lift
the
with
bus
Brendan.
from
I
somewhere to somewhere. Yeah,
then
yeah.
Brendan dropped me to my childhood home, and I got the bus from there to UCD.
Yeah, I get you
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
And
you got
on-
Dublin.
On
bus.
that
Dublin
bus, then on Dublin bus, there were two lads, and I had my headphones on, so I couldn't hear anything that was going on. But in between songs, I like heard these lads, and they're like, "Yeah, man, everyone around here always assume you're a fucking scumbag, so they do." And I turned around, and they were rolling a joint. And I was like, "Lads,
Lads,
lads,
you're
lads."
painting a picture.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You're
Like,
painting
if
a
you
fucking
don't want that stigma, maybe don't be rolling
Stop
a joint.
acting like fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
But like they're not hurting
It's
anyone.
fine.
They're
Like I didn't
fine.
care, but I was just like, don't complain.
That's
Don't
the
complain.
thing. That's the thing with like really fucking Dublin fellas that like you see. They're usually fine.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
they're never
Yeah,
bothering
yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
They're just scumbags. You know,
Yeah.
and like that's grand.
My friend Nathan from college is from North Dublin, and you would never guess by
Yeah,
him.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't guess by him. No.
You're from like Tala, right?
I'm from close to Tala, and that's
Yeah.
not in the north. That's south side, like, but
Wait, Tala's.
south side. Yeah, you wouldn't think it.
Yeah, it's
You
south
wouldn't
side.
think
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
They act north side, but
I
they're
should
south
know
side.
that. It's
Yeah.
like really close to where I live.
Yeah, the bus actually from Tullow goes through Tala to get into the center of the city.
Yeah.
I'm definitely sure I've driven through Tala
I'm
before.
sure you
like-
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
You definitely
Yeah.
have. Tala, like to drive through. Tala looks pretty
There's
nice.
some
Grand,
beautiful
yeah.
parts of Tala.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
are,
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
There's like the center of Tala is like very, like weirdly modern. Just like all these big buildings. And shit.
Yeah. The square in Tala,
That's
they've
the
done some
trick, yeah.
work on the square.
That's
since I
how
was
they
last
get
in
you.
it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, but that's where we would have used to. That's where we would have gone to, like for our shopping and stuff, and like to go to the cinema was in the square in
Square,
Tala.
yeah, I remember that when I was younger. I used to
Yeah.
go to the square a lot.
I really
Not
have
so
to
much
pee. Will I
anymore.
pause
No.
or do you want to just go?
What, for you
You
to
can-
piss.
Will I pause or do you want to just?
I feel like you could probably just run out. It won't take
Yeah,
too
all right.
long.
Keep
Brian
talking about
pisses
Dublin.
pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we used to go to the square, and yeah, it's weird because it was only then when I grew up that I realized just how close to Tala I was. Because
Yeah.
my mother really drilled home the whole "you're not allowed to have a North Dublin accent."
Really?
Well, because I was first of all I was
mean,
from the south.
Yeah, yeah.
know.
So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, but basically she just didn't want me to develop a Tala accent, which isn't a North side accent per
It's
se,
not.
because
But
it is.
it's like an extension.
It is
it's
kind of
like
an-
the way
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ballymun is in the south too, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is actually. Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
like renowned for being a really rough.
Yeah. But then, like, I think really my mom just didn't want me to have a Dublin accent at all.
Yeah.
'Cause she doesn't have a Carlow accent.
Yeah.
She has more of a Dublin accent than a Carlow accent, I'd say. She
I'd say
sounds
so,
posh.
but yeah, it would be a posher
Yeah,
Dublin accent. Not
yeah.
like Same though. I didn't grow up with a Carlow accent. Did
Yeah.
you? You didn't.
I definitely didn't.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't. I
We've
grew
worked
up.
that.
I grew up speaking like this,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
gradually, as I got older, I started to kind of soften it a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
think I'd be the same as well.
Yeah.
Hey, my mum was very much like she really hates the Carlow accent because she's from Dublin as well.
Yeah.
But she also like hates the Dublin accent. So it's kind of like, oh, I guess I can't have any accent.
Yeah. You always
Yeah.
have kind of had a neutral kind of
I guess
just
I feel
Irish
like
accent.
It's neutral in Ireland, but I feel like if I went somewhere that wasn't Ireland, they'd pick it up as an Irish accent.
Yeah, I'd say
You know
they
what I
would.
mean?
Yeah. Do you know what always baffles me is when, and like it shouldn't in theory, like it definitely shouldn't, but I'm always surprised when people in a foreign country ask me if I'm English. Yeah, that always surprises me because to me it's like, well, I pronounce my R's. Like, I feel like that's a pretty dead giveaway.
The accent feels very different, but the thing is, I suppose people in other countries, they don't really know accents.
Yeah, people who like English is not their first language at all.
They wouldn't be able to differentiate. They probably hear you speaking English fluently.
Yeah, it's the equivalent to me like hearing a Portuguese person speak and think, oh, you're probably Spanish,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you probably would, but there's probably like so many differences.
Yeah,
you just don't think of.
Loads of like intricacies. And,
for sure. But like, and to them, like it's as different as someone speaking in an Irish and an English accent. But for us, it's like, you wouldn't see it as clearly.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
Brian's back.
Yeah, Brian
back. Made it back.
Brian survived.
Yeah. We were talking about how it's weird when you go abroad and people think you're English. But I think it's weird.
No. That's see, here's the thing. Irish people get mad when they get mistaken, but that's our superpower.
Oh, yeah?
That's when you show up in any country foreign ever and they're like, are you English? That's when we all get the opportunity to go, oh, no, it's fine. We're Irish. And then they're like, nice.
Oh, that's really good. I like that.
This actually reminds
That's
me.
our superpower.
You actually just
Everyone
reminded
likes
me.
us.
This is a pretty good segue, right? Because last week I left off on the fact that the guards were in my gaff, right? So I found out why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I found out why the guards were in my gaff. It turns out my housemate Razak, like, kind of half witnessed a robbery. In that he went into a phone shop and the owner was like shaking and trembling, was like, you gotta get out of here. And then they left, and then they like him and his friend left, and then they came back a few minutes later and the owner had been robbed, and apparently the lads were there at the time that they went in.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so the guards came over to talk to him and get a statement, and they got the statement. And then they were like,
that's so sad.
We actually we've already caught
really
the guys. They had caught the guys, but they were building evidence.
Yeah. I feel like Carlo is so small.
Yeah, good. Fuck
it's
them.
Really hard to
but
get
that's
away
the
with
thing.
that.
They didn't find them in Carlo. They found them in Belfast.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they were a bunch of English lads, a group of English lads who'd come over on the ferry.
Fuck them.
And had been just driving around Ireland, sticking places up.
No.
Death penalty.
Yeah.
Death penalty.
Probably not
death penalty.
Realistically, not death penalty.
but
like,
still
yeah,
pretty fucking scummy.
All right.
Coming from
Public lynching. Public.
But what happened then,
so
right?
shit,
what happened then is my housemate Razak, who is like, he's
800 years weren't enough, you fucking bastards.
But Razak then, who's like a Pakistani gentleman, right? And
really nice guy.
Yeah,
lovely
so
nice.
guy.
Super chill
And
dude.
doesn't have that much English. He can he can understand it much better than he can speak it. Basically.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was like, yeah, they were up in Belfast, and he was telling me the whole story, and then he was like, but that's not like that's still kind of England, isn't it? And I was like, oh, Razak,
No.
sit down.
No.
Sit down, Razak. And I was
gave
like,
him
right,
the
so a few hundred years ago,
Yeah.
I just walked him through the whole thing, and he was like, bastards.
Yeah,
They did it
yeah.
all over the fucking world, didn't they?
For
'Cause
sure.
the same thing. He was
Yeah.
like, yeah, same thing happened. Like,
The-
we're all
Yeah.
well used to it.
Yeah, England
It's-
did
it's-
so many countries. 'Cause
It's amazing
fucking
when you
dickheads.
remember that Ireland is a tiny country and that no one really cares about Ireland because we have grown up here. We care, like, Ireland's number one most important country
For sure.
Oh,
in
yeah.
all of our minds.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and someone said, yeah, you can get anywhere in the UK if you want. Like, you can walk up to Northern Ireland in like a day.
From the UK.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
If you're Jesus, you can walk to Northern
Yeah.
Ireland from England.
But, like,
If
there
you're
wasn't-
anywhere in England, you could just walk.
It wasn't.
To
It wasn't
Northern
like.
Ireland.
It wasn't like it was just like just.
They just don't know.
No
They're
one
just
knows.
uninformed.
yeah, oblivious.
And why would they be? Why
Yeah.
would they know anything about Ireland, I suppose?
If you're gonna rob a small town, make sure it's a small town you're not from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone I went to primary school with, I was in the same class as him. We were good friends. We used to play Lord of the Rings together.
Yeah.
So if he's listening to this, he knows who he is. He's a fucking scumbag. Anyway, he robbed. Do you know that shop where the McDonald's drive-thru is on the way out to my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, he robbed that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone recognized him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd say so.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
him and like 3 other people.
Do you know?
But everyone recognized
See,
them
that's the
because
thing.
everyone who works there is from Carlo.
Yeah.
And they're from Carlo. Rob the shop a fucking town over, you idiot.
Literally.
Don't rob the shop in the town that you live in, especially if it's a small town. People know who the fuck you are.
Everyone knows, like, you just can't get away with that.
Yeah. There was
That's
another
like
fucking
robbery
idiot.
that took place in Ireland, in Carlo, a little while ago. It was a few years now, but it was like there was these junkies, and they robbed Aldi. They robbed an Aldi. They had like knives, I think, and they got away with not that much cash, right? Immediately went and bought heroin. They went and bought heroin, and then they took the heroin in the car, right? However, on their way to rob Aldi, they'd also stolen some petrol, and their fucking car was photographed.
Yeah.
And so the police said that's the car, and they rocked up, and the 2 fucking thieves are passed out, just sitting there waiting to be arrested. Like, how thick do you have to be? Like, oh my god, I understand that you've got like a terrible problem and a compulsion.
Yeah.
Get to a safe place. Get to a safe spot. If you've managed to get away with this crime and you've gotten your gear, go find somewhere safe to take your gear.
Honestly, I'm going to say if you're a heroin junkie, heroin's going to go above anything.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to think that out.
Yeah.
That's so sad. We have such a high problem.
Yeah.
And remember, Dublin was supposed to get those places where you can use.
Oh yeah, the needle exchange. That's the thing.
Is that have they done that
Oh
yet?
yeah.
Where is it?
It's in that's where. Well, maybe not. Maybe you just get methadone. But you know the double council. You know they're on the keys.
No. They were supposed to make places where you could go take
To
your
take
heroin safely.
Safely.
That never came about.
Did it not happen?
Did it not happen? I thought that happened.
I wouldn't
Did it
know,
happen?
actually.
I don't think it
I'm gonna
happened.
Google it.
I'm
I'm
pretty
really
sure
sure
it
it
didn't
did.
happen.
I could have sworn it did. Because there's
I was going through Dublin the other day, and there's a lot of fucking empty buildings there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
Same as Carlo. There's a lot of fucking empty buildings in our
There's a
town,
lot of empty
but
buildings
also
in
a lot of
Carlo.
homeless people.
There's so many homeless people, so many junkies. It's,
Put some of them in the buildings that are empty. Fucking Christ.
Well, yeah. Even if you just
But no, we can't spend tax money on that. Leo Varadkar needs to have someone to drive him to the doll. So, he could never drive himself.
Yeah, in March 2018, there was an article saying that it was opening in the coming weeks.
It
Place.
didn't.
It didn't?
I don't think it did.
Well, if it didn't, then this article is raising a lot of questions about the legality of it. And, why are you not just going to arrest these people for
You
carrying heroin?
Because
you
they
can't
have a
just
horrible
Yeah.
addiction.
You can't just
No.
that person sounds
No.
pretty unfortunate. You can't just arrest junkies for being
Yeah.
addicted to heroin.
They can't arrest you for having weed on you.
Yeah.
No.
If you have a 50 bag on you, they're not going to arrest you.
No. Unless you have intent to sell, or
Yeah.
what they deem to be intent to sell.
So why is it illegal?
But in terms of
We're getting into it now.
heroin.
Yeah, for
Heroin
sure.
in Ireland is a fucking it's no secret.
Huge problem.
It's
It's
a
a huge
massive
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
And like you grow
It's
up
so
in
sad,
Ireland.
too.
You grow
You-
up in Ireland knowing that there are junkies, and you kind of think to yourself,
Oh.
oh yeah, they're junkies or whatever, but they're junkies.
No,
but then one day you're walking down the street and you see someone you used to know, and they're on heroin, and you're like, fuck, oh my god, I can't believe
Yeah.
anyone I know was stupid enough. There's a guy we
Yeah,
went to
yeah, I
school
know.
with.
I know
think
who you're
you
talking
know.
about, yeah.
And I was now I've seen him recently, and I think he's off it, which is good.
That's good.
But
yeah.
Jesus Christ, it shook me to my core.
But
It
there-
would,
there's
it
a-
would, because when you're in school, you feel like
we
you
all
know everyone.
We all know. We're not. None of us are gonna
for
take
sure
heroin.
because you know everyone so well. Because we went to a small enough school that you know everyone.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, well, that just wouldn't happen. Everyone here.
Yeah, but
is
when you were a
educated,
kid,
going to school.
you're like, I'll never smoke weed or any of that stuff.
No.
Then you do it, and then you smoke weed, and you're like, I'll never do any harder drugs. And then, people in your friend
Yeah,
group
yeah.
start doing harder drugs, and you're like, what the fuck?
Shit gets pretty out of control pretty quickly. Yeah.
But
yeah.
if you like, we live in Carlo.
Mm.
I am in Carlo often. You're in Carlo 100% of your time,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
You know the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're never people that you're worried about when you see them.
Yeah.
You know the people who are addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
Like, there just really are people who don't have anything,
Everyone as far as I am aware,
If
you all know
you've
who I'm
grown up
talking
in
about as
Ireland,
well.
you've
There's a-
met someone on heroin.
There's
and
a
it's sad.
particularly young guy, you know who I'm talking about, in town who is addicted to heroin.
Hangs
and-
out outside of
yeah.
one of the.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as far as I can tell, from what I've gathered, everyone seems to know this guy's first name. Everyone knows him on a first name basis.
Everyone knows his first and second name.
Yeah.
I know his first.
I know his first and second name, yeah. But and he's just this guy, yeah. He's the guy that everyone knows. And like I've chatted to him. I'm sure a lot of people have.
I smoked a cigarette with him outside of the library when I was working there.
And
Yeah.
I was chatting to him.
He's
and
really
he was
nice
like,
guy.
"Yeah, man,
He's-
I've tried a couple times. I've been in rehab. I've gotten clean. I just can't stay off it. I'm trying. Like I want to, but I can't. And like this seems like the worst. Seems like the worst. thing ever.
I remember I went out for a cigarette on my lunch break when I was working in the library.
Yeah.
My dad works in the library as well, so I was working with him. He was on his lunch break. He came out with me because, he's my dad. We enjoy our company. We talk a lot. And I was having my cigarette, and Steve. I didn't say his full name. No one knows. He walked up and he was like, "Well, do you have any money?" And we were like, "No." And I was like, I don't, but do you want a cigarette or anything? Like, I can roll you a cigarette. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, grand. I'll sure. Just give me the stuff. I'll roll myself a cigarette." And I was like, "Cool, no bother." Gave him my stuff. He gets I'm using blue skins at this point, blue Rizla. He gets the blue Rizla off me while my dad is standing there. I'm like, fuck, I'm in, not in TY. I might be just out of school at this point.
Yeah. So about 18.
Yeah, 18, 19.
Yeah.
And he's like, blue skins, man. Do you like smoking joints? And I was like, my dad's right there.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Right.
I think I said not anymore.
Right. I think we've been talking about heroin for a while, and it's a pretty sad topic. So let's move on to Brian drank 16 beers at a party.
Oh,
okay?
fuck yeah. Yeah.
So Brian is an
you going to the
animal,
kitchen?
it turns out.
Could you grab me a beer out of the fridge? Thank you so much, Oisin. You're such a good guest.
So we went to Finn's party, and Brian had made the massive declaration
Well,
the
I
night
was going to
before.
drink 20 bottles.
Yeah, that he was going to drink 20 bottles. And then he shows up with 24 cans.
I got
With
a slab
of
because it was
cans.
cheaper. All right, so yeah.
He bought 24 cans, and he was like, I'm going to drink 20, right? And look, I'm not going to lie, there wasn't much faith in Brian to begin with.
Look at this fantastic guest coming in, handing me a beer.
So,
Beautiful stuff.
So Brian starts drinking when he gets to the party, and he's way bogs in it. So we're marking each drink that he drinks off on his T-shirt.
with
right?
a Sharpie or
Yeah, with a
marker
Sharpie.
or something.
And he gets about 3 cans in before everyone starts discussing how we think Brian's going to get on. Okay? I think it was Evan who had the lowest bet of 12 cans.
Yeah, Evan's
right?
a dickhead.
And I think
Previous
then,
guest on the show.
I think then Finn went with 13, right? Austin said 15. And I had the most faith in you, Brian. I went, you know what? I think Brian can manage 16 cans.
You didn't have the most faith in me. You just knew me the best.
Yeah, but I think ultimately you had the most faith in you, right? But then, so Brian is drinking his cans. He's drinking his cans. He's about 4 or 5 cans in, and we're like, Brian, you need to kind of speed this up a bit. You're slacking, right?
See,
So
I
then-
don't. 4 or 5 is when I stop remembering. So like,
So at that point,
maybe
he starts,
I didn't need to
he
speed up.
starts-
I missed a good night.
he
That night
starts-
sounded like it was really fun. I'm
great.
super bummed
But you
out
were
that
a
I
big
missed
part
it.
of the
Yeah.
reason. You were a big
I'm
part of the
so
reason.
bummed
it
out
was
that
so
I missed
great,
it.
though.
I'm so bummed out that I missed it.
You were a big proponent of the good time. If it makes you feel any better.
But
right?
anyway, continue.
So then, all of a sudden, we go into the other room to play some video games, right? And it's like a video game where we all go around.
Burnout. It
and-
was Burnout Paradise.
Yeah,
I
and so
remember
everyone
this.
takes a turn trying to do a thing, and then it's the next person's turn to try and do the thing. And so then Brian is on can 8, or he's drank can number 8 at this point, right? So we sit down in the sitting room, and we play the game for a bit, and then bit by bit people kind of migrate back into the kitchen, as tends to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a little while goes by, and I'm like, I think I left something in the other room, like my vape or something. I go back in to the sitting room,
and Brian is asleep on the couch, right? 8 cans in, Brian has fallen asleep on the couch.
Really?
Yeah, and so...
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
So-
I really don't remember this.
Everyone then gathers around Brian, and it's like, come on, Brian, you gotta get up. 8 cans is pathetic. You gotta get up.
Yeah, 8
I
cans.
wasn't there for that.
I am going to drink 8 cans tonight.
And so you got back up, right? But then there was like a good, I want to say, up to 2 hours where you were still drinking your 9th can. You were working really slowly
It gets
through the 9th
hard
can.
to like
Yeah.
get them down after a while.
And so after a while, everyone starts getting on your back, and they're like, "Brian, this is fucking bollocks. You got to step this up." So you finish the 9 can.
See, now
and
I'm-
then all of a sudden you finish the 10th can.
now I'm
You know?
drinking this can really quickly because I'm worried that like everyone's gonna come at me.
Right, but by I want to say can number 9. By the time you finished can number 9, you are fucked up. Like, you are really fucking drunk at this point. Like borderline, like just borderline illiterate. You it's like you can't speak. You can't function enough to put sentences together. But you're still partying. You're having a great time. You're up dancing. You stood the entire time, I would like to point out.
Yeah.
You very rarely sat down. There comes a point then after I think it's after can 10, where you fell asleep in a chair.
Do you
right
want to
in the
really
kitchen.
quick just tell everyone what I did for this party outside of the beers?
Oh yeah. He showed up rocking a handlebar mustache.
I
that
shaved-
looked really good.
I shaved my mustache into a handlebar mustache as a joke. And then I finished shaving myself and had everything done. And I was like, why does this look so good? Why does this look so fucking good?
It really worked. It was really.
I think
working
I'm
for
going to
you.
be a handlebar man.
I can see you. I can see it. I can absolutely see it.
Also
right?
a Hawaiian shirt.
That you got from Japan. Yeah, it's good.
I
It's
was
very
going to
good.
say that, but I didn't want to because I knew you'd get mad. But then you
It's
did.
cool. I
so
jumped in for
I
you.
got it in one of the biggest fashion districts in the world. Just saying.
But then Brian,
Sorry.
right, can number 10, falls asleep on a chair in the kitchen. Everyone is sitting around. I'm the only one who brought a musical instrument. No one else thought to. I brought me uke. So I'm like, I think Oisin was strumming away on the ukulele at the time. And you'd been asleep in a chair holding your maybe 11th can for quite a while. You were just like, your head was just down. And then eventually I was like, yo, Oisin, pass me the ukulele. And he passes it over to me. And I like turned to you. And I was like, Brian, if you can hear this song's for you. And you kind of gave like a slight nod. So I was like, oh, maybe he's actually with us. And then I just started playing When I'm Gone by Jesse Stewart. So I
remember that.
everything
I
I,
remember
had, and
hearing
suddenly
it.
Brian is just to roll out of bed again. He's fucking on it. He's just 100% alive again.
I remember
and
that.
it's brilliant,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And so after the song, then Brian is like, boom, drinks the last of his can, cracks another. Everyone's like, woo, Brian's back. It's amazing, amazing energy. And I'm like, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I go up the stairs. I'm on the stairs, and suddenly Brian rushes past me on the stairs, throws up while walking to the bathroom on Hazel's new carpet.
I washed that. I fucking cleaned that up.
And just starts puking endlessly into the toilet, right? I go back downstairs, I'm
This
like...
is early in the night.
This is pretty early in the
Yeah,
night.
I
I go
remember
back
this.
downstairs and I'm like, man, I really needed a piss, but Brian's up there throwing up now,
Happens
so...
to you a lot,
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I'll just let him do what he's doing. And then eventually...
I just want to say this. This is it. This is the last I remember.
Oh,
from
yeah?
the night.
Yeah?
No, it was when I peed outside. That's
cool.
This is
Yeah.
just after this.
So
though, I
then
think.
Brian comes back downstairs, and he's downstairs for a little while, and he's drinking, and everyone's chilling. And eventually I'm like, and I say to the entire crowd of people, yourself included, I'm like, I'm going to take a piss while Brian's not at the toilet. I will start walking back up the stairs. Brian races past me and starts throwing up again. Both times that I went to piss, you fucking toilet blocked me, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, damn, okay, this is happening. That's the way it is, right? Then hours go by, people start dropping off. Like Finn went to bed.
I
Oisin
don't
tried
remember
several times
anyone
to go to
else.
I
bed.
tried a lot of times to go.
I
to
don't
sleep, but
remember
no one would-
anyone else dropping
No one
off.
would let me.
No one would allow Oisin to go to
I
sleep.
don't remember anyone except for Finn's mom and sister dropping
Yeah,
off.
they went off
but
pretty
they,
early.
They were fair enough. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
weren't, you know. But
So-
I don't remember anyone else dropping off.
So then, right, all of a sudden I'm looking around. It's just me, Oisin, and Austin and Amanda and Brian, right? And Brian is on like can number 12.
Where'd Evan go?
Evan was still there, but he was asleep. He was sitting there
Where's
asleep.
Keith go?
Keith went to bed.
Keith's responsible.
Keith went to bed.
Yeah, he went to bed.
But then we're all sitting around, and you like finish your like 12th. I think it was when you finished your 13th can that I was like, Brian.
Unlucky number.
Yeah. I was like, Brian, you can do this, and you were like, what? And I was like, Brian, I had the most faith in you, man. I had you for 16 cans, and I think you can make it. You were like, you had 16? You had 16 cans? I was like, yeah, that was my bet. And you're like, me, we're best buds. We're best buds. We're podcast buds. Dara, I'm gonna do this for you. Dara, I'm doing this for you, man. This is happening, right? So I was like hype as fuck. You were like, music, I want music. I was like, anything you want, Brian. And so we hooked a phone up to a Bluetooth speaker, your Bluetooth speaker, and then for maybe, I want to say 3 to 4 hours, myself, Oisin, Amanda, and Oisin sat around and watched you just stand there, and you just drinking and putting on songs. And at the end of every song, you had another song waiting to put on.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. It was fantastic. Most
great.
of
It
them,
was fine. Don't worry
the
about it.
majority of them were theme songs from animes, or like at the very least,
I went back through my Spotify after. There was a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
You
music
played
in
some
there.
really cool music.
You
I'm
did.
not gonna lie.
Definitely, yeah. All my music's really good.
It was great.
Yeah,
And
I don't care.
There was a point early on, for a long time, you were standing there and you were like singing along. And then there came a point, a few more cans in, where you were standing there and you were just mouthing along. And then you got
I
to
definitely
a point,
sang a lot because I
Yeah.
felt it in my throat.
You then
Yeah.
got
I'm
to
sorry,
a point
yeah.
really late in the night where you were like incapable of singing along. You weren't even capable of mouthing the words anymore. You would just like look at people as lines of songs were being delivered, and you kind of arch your eyebrows and make the facial expression as if you were saying the thing that the person was singing, but you weren't at all, right? And then you made it on to, you finished can 15. No, first, can 14, you picked it up, you went to the drawer, you pulled out a knife.
Oh
You
my God,
stabbed
yes.
the bottom of the can.
That scared the fuck out of me because I was very close. Amanda was closer, but I was close.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of like splashback. We were all a bit like, whoa. And then Brian starts shotgunning the can. He shotguns like half the can. And then he runs to the sink and starts vomiting into the sink, right? While holding the other half of the can. He finishes vomiting and he shotguns the other half of the can. It was incredible. It was outrageous. So we gave you a mark for that. We were like, we're not going to fucking deprive
Maybe we'll
him that
show
mark.
that video here. I have just taken a timestamp.
Maybe we will. That would be cool.
We could show some of it
because
at
Amanda
least.
took a video of it, right? But then, weirdly,
Thanks,
this is,
Amanda.
This is this is to me the weirdest part, right? Is that then Oisin eventually dropped off and Oisin eventually dropped off, which meant that it was me and Amanda just sitting there watching you nurse a can, your 16th can, for a good hour, like over an hour, I'd say. And you were, but I didn't want to stop you. I didn't want to get in your way. I didn't want to force you. I was just I was just marveling at what was happening in front of me. You were still just putting on song after song, right? And it was starting to get bright out. And then you were like, you sat down on a chair for a while, and you were like bobbing your head, listening to some music. And then you just collapsed off the chair. First of all, I should mention, I skipped over the many, many times that you fell. The many times that you would just collapse and crack your head off the wall. I was getting kind of worried, to be honest. There was a part of me that was like, this might be
I feel
abuse.
dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've felt
Right?
dumber ever since that night.
But then, after this point, when you just completely fell off the chair and you couldn't get up, you could not get up, I picked up your can, your 16th can, and there was only like a little fucking smidgen left in it. I kneeled down beside you, I put my arm around you, I handed it to you, and I said, Brian, this is it. And you went, what? I went, you finish this and you're done. And then you just grabbed it off me and you necked what was left of it, right? And then Amanda and I stood up and applauded and cheered waking Evan in the process, who'd been sitting beside us for quite some time, right? And then we're sitting there kind of celebrating.
Evan always falls asleep on a kitchen chair.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, Brian, it's time for bed. Come on, man, you gotta go to bed. This is enough. And you're like, no. And you're sitting there, you're still putting on songs. You still have not gotten up, by the way. You're sitting on the kitchen floor. And then suddenly, Hazel appears behind us in her dressing gown.
Wow.
And I'm like, what's the crack, Hazel?
That's no good.
And she's like, it's 6:30 in the morning. And we're like, oh, wow. And so I was like, I'm going to bed. And then I woke up the next morning at 11 o'clock, and you were asleep on the sitting room floor.
Someone got me to a good spot, and I slept well.
Yeah. But then I went into you, and I was like, bro, there's like a bed free. The couch is free right there, like right beside you.
No, Oisin was on the couch.
No, I was on the couch.
Not by this point.
Yeah,
not by the time I went in.
Someone was on the couch. Finn was on the couch.
It might have been Amanda, maybe was on the couch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eventually, anyway, I was like, do you want to just move? And you were like, no.
No, it's fine.
No.
Yeah,
You're just lying there, right?
You were fine. You were happy to be where you were.
Yeah, and then it got to about 3 o'clock, and everyone was about to leave the house. And so we gotta go in and wake Brian, because I had my phone open, and I was like, will I just call Kate and be like, yo, Brian's in some state, man, you may come get him.
No, you shouldn't.
Right?
I'm glad you didn't do that, because I wasn't.
Because
I woke up that day still drunk.
Oh yeah, properly.
And I hung out at my house after that. I watched Age of Ultron. I watched half of Age of Ultron, then fell asleep. Then I watched The Descent Part 2. Shit movie. But I just hung out on my couch watching that. I think we got a takeaway or something.
Yeah.
It was all good. Still drunk.
Yeah.
Went to sleep that night. Woke up fine.
Yeah.
Completely skipped over the hangover part of that party, which was beautiful.
Yeah, it is pretty beautiful. But you see, the thing about it is now, and I was talking to Finn about it afterwards, is that now we have a high watermark. We now have a Wade Boggs within our friend group. Brian drank 16 cans one night.
That's funny, because
I wouldn't survive that.
I can't imagine any of our other friends doing it and not dying.
I know where this is going in my head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Which is you want to beat it?
No. I remember afterwards Finn being like, we want to do the same thing. We want to get slabs and see how far we can get. And I was like, all right, well, I did my
bit.
I did my version of that. I drank a shitload of cans. See if we can beat it. I can be the commissioner now.
You can.
And I can just drink my drinks and not worry about having to drink a load of drinks. But here's the thing. I'm going to beat all of them that night.
Oh, shit. That's a big claim.
I'm going to be the commissioner, but I'm also going to beat everyone.
That's a massive claim.
It is.
A really huge claim. It's a scary claim. I would go so far as to say.
I will get to 20. I will get to 20 that night.
I'm holding
Definitely.
you to that, man.
If I eat a good meal before I get there.
I think you could have.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I didn't eat anything that night, and I still drank 16 beers. That's insane.
Also,
that's a stupid amount of beer. That's nearly 2 liters of beer.
Throughout the entire night, you just really wanted to play Mortal Kombat. Because the first time we went in to play video games, you were already quite drunk, and you saw a copy of Mortal Kombat, and you thought that's the game you were playing.
I am still mad.
So from there, you got in your head that that's just what you wanted to do. And I maintain, first of all, we made you multiple false promises, being like, just do this and we'll go play Mortal Kombat. Never happened. But I maintain that if we'd gone in and played Mortal Kombat, you would have made it to 20. You definitely would have made it to 20.
For sure.
You would have absent-mindedly made it to 21. I would bet, to be honest.
Oh, I could drink a whole slab. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you
could. If I got prepared enough beforehand.
Well, look, Brian, the real reason I'm bringing this up, right, is because I was a little nervous going into this party for reasons that don't really matter. They don't matter at all. But you were the saving grace of that entire night, to be honest.
Thank you.
I was so taken in by your vibe. I couldn't not be on board. I was feeding off your positive energy. It was great.
Can I just say something really quick? I'm going to do a similar style, like similar. I'm going to invite all the same people here to my own house. If I'm in my own house, I can drink forever and never die.
I believe that a whole lot.
Yeah. But that's the trick, you see. I get everyone here. I do the commission thing.
Yeah.
But then secretly I beat them all.
Secretly.
That's
well,
my
considering
plan.
that they all listen to this podcast.
They don't.
Well, they don't.
No, they don't. None of them listen to this
No,
podcast.
no.
So
Finn does
we'll be back.
sometimes.
He's not going to listen to this one.
I think Evan does.
Evan does, but Evan, if you're listening to this right now, shut up. Don't tell anyone, or I'll kill you. I'll never play Apex Legends with you again. Gonna put that in the tags. We're at fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to stop. I want to get to 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I also want to pause and go pee, or if you have another topic to talk about.
I mean, we could.
With Oisin.
I think we
Oisin's been very quiet.
Yeah,
Just for that last bit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Oisin, you were also at the party. We talked a bunch about RuPaul's Drag Race.
At that party,
And
yeah.
I loved
Yes,
it.
we did.
Because Oisin
And we
is
talked
my
about other
favorite.
things. Thank you. It's what he deserves.
But I really need to pee.
Yeah,
so,
Yeah,
like,
go for it.
Yeah,
You can
go
pee.
to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
You go talk about something.
Yeah, Oisin was also at that party, and it was, you know what, it was a good party.
It was a good
Yeah.
party. I really enjoyed it.
It was good to see you at that party.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I actually did have some hot sauce. It was very
Yeah,
delicious.
Brian made hot sauce for Finn's birthday. It was like his birthday present to Finn, and he put it in a big bottle, a big fancy bottle, which then Ali, his incredibly talented girlfriend, drew a label for
Yes.
and made like a new brand of Finn's hot sauce, and it was dope. We all had some with some chicken. It was really, really nice.
It was delicious. That chicken was so good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, and the house was nice.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a beautiful house.
Hazel was there, who's Finn's mother and an absolute fucking legend.
Yes.
Always good to see Hazel. You know,
She's such a nice lady.
she's a really nice lady. Yeah, I had a surprisingly good time at that party, I would say. Yeah, really fucking enjoyed it. And of course, happy birthday to Finn. You know,
It's not his birthday anymore.
it's not. No, we said it to
No.
him at the time.
It happened. It's gone.
Get
now.
over yourself, Finn. Come on.
How many weekends ago was that?
Two,
Two?
one,
What?
two. It was the weekend before last, I'd say, right?
Two.
Two weekends.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it was a while ago, but it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
It was a fucking shit ton of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been getting up to anything, Oisin? Other
Other
than going to cool concerts and stuff, obviously.
not really. I'm just at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's grand. It's
Mm.
nice to see my cat again. I missed my cat.
Whatever about the family.
No, I mean
really,
like you know,
really missed that cat.
the family are fine, but the cat loves me unconditionally.
I
like
think.
no family member would.
Yeah. Roshin's moved into a new house that has a little dog.
Oh, cute.
It's great. It's
yeah,
great.
Cats are great.
Yeah.
Alex's house?
No, God, no.
No, that's Yasmin's house.
Yeah.
I-
Roshin had
Oh.
moved into Alex's house. I would never go.
I see Yasmin.
No,
a lot in Tesco.
Ali,
She works there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yasmin works in Tesco.
In Tullow.
In
I
Tullow,
shouldn't
which
say
is-
that. I shouldn't say that out loud.
It doesn't
on the
matter.
podcast.
She can't drive. She gets lifts every day.
Every day?
Every day.
I meet her in there a lot, and
Yeah, I see her in there quite
it's
a
always
bit.
very nice. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
get
it's
to see her
great.
outside.
Yasmin's
She's
lovely.
so lovely.
I
Yeah.
never say hello.
But Ali went
Never,
out.
ever.
Ali, I want to talk a little bit. Ali went out in Dublin for her premiere this week, and she went out to the George. Austin and Amanda,
Yeah.
friends of ours, went and to her exhibition premiere, and that's grand. That was really nice of them to go over and like look at it and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool. They were all hanging out. They went to the George afterwards, with some of her college friends.
Uh-huh.
She had a great night hanging out with all those and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. I was up. I was hanging out here in my house.
Yeah.
She didn't message me for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I'm out in the George," and it was like, "Oh, it's all right, cool." And then I was like, "Are you okay?" No reply for like an hour and a half, and then I got the reply back. I'm in the middle of a fight. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
What?
What?
Holy shit! And I was like, "Oh my god, are you like okay?" And I'm not going to go into it, but it turned out to not be like as big of a deal as it sounded when I first read it.
Yeah.
But I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just opening with that. That's terrifying.
Some terrifying shit to receive.
But she stayed in our friend Alex's house up in Dublin. And she said it was lovely.
Nice.
She took a lovely video of her cat. Her cat seems...
The cat is very cute. I've met that cat.
Much nicer than my cat.
Once I fell asleep,
which is the only other cat Ali has come in
that
contact
cat
with.
like fell asleep on top of me, on top of a
super
beanbag
friendly,
at that
and
house.
like just hangs out.
Yeah, it's a cute cat.
No, I've never been to that house. I go out near it.
Yeah,
we know you've never been to that house, Dara. You're not invited.
No, I'm not.
Jesus.
Probably not.
Jesus, Brian.
Actually, I was invited once.
Yeah, Brian.
I'm kidding.
I was invited once, and I
Well, we gotta
wrote a
just
song about it.
not talk about the real realities that are in front of everyone and make jokes about it. I am. Doesn't affect me. Fuck y'all.
Can you tell that Brian's on beer 5?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, he is.
He's also
really,
drank
like,
this
I don't-
entire thing.
Well,
This
I feel like
Nescafe
that would
thing.
make him like, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone hears that and is like, oh, then like you're just getting upset for the sake of being upset. Like
Yeah, you tell
that
him,
was
Brian.
not upsetting at all. Like
No,
that
You're right.
It wasn't. Like,
Actually, no,
come on.
it legitimately wasn't.
Yeah, no,
so,
there's
yeah.
no.
So, yeah, that's fine.
That was a joke about whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's
I
fine.
drove.
You did drive.
Not on beer 5. I drove on beer 0. I did, dude. I got into the car and I was like driving, and I had this joke ready to go, but I pussied out because I didn't want to freak out my
I know
like
the
driving
joke.
instructor.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I'm glad I drank all those beers before I got in the car. I would have been freaked out. I have dickhead driver stories now.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone on the road is a fucking cunt.
It seems that way. Well, do you know what? I was saying this to Roshan yesterday, is that, like, people just have rage, and then they drive, and then they develop road rage, and it becomes more so an outlet for anger.
I'm driving on a nobody road.
Yeah.
That nobody fucking drives on.
Yeah.
If you're driving on that road, you're an idiot. There's other better roads that you can drive on. And this guy is right up in my ass. And he's like, I can see him in my window being like, this fucking guy, he's fucking driving, he's not driving fast enough. And it's like, what? I'm clearly in a fucking learner, like, it's not even a learner driver, like.
Yeah, with just a plate.
It's
like the whole
it's,
car is
It's a
kitted
fucking learner driver car,
Yeah.
that like a teacher drives.
out. Yeah.
What? Fuck me for learning to drive, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Seems to be the big thing.
Yeah.
That's the attitude I've gotten from every other fucking road user so far. Is fuck you for learning to drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah, that seems to be the attitude.
It's such bullshit.
Like, even my sister, who you know my sister, she's like the most kind of like quiet, like just, I don't want to say feeble, but I will. Feeble
Super feeble
person.
We could all beat her in a
But
fight.
well, she gets so angry behind the wheel of the car.
word you mean is weak.
I think my sister gets pretty angry behind the wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
She's
I would also
just-
consider her to be quite timid.
Well,
The problem is-
I wouldn't
no,
say
no.
so.
You know her better than I do.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. I'm the only one here who's driven.
Not true.
Well,
Not like driven proper from my house or from Tullow to my house.
well, you've driven more. but
I've driven
not
a
the only
shitload.
Driver.
Like I've driven along like for an extended period of time.
Oh, well, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're very far away from the microphone, by the way. You're.
No, I'm comfortable here.
Oisin doesn't want anything to do with this anymore. He's
Okay.
backed out.
Oisin has backed out of the podcast.
No, Oisin's back. No,
He's
fuck
back
it,
in.
I
No,
tried.
no, he can't do it. He can't.
No, I'm back. No. I'm halfway between. Okay, no. Let's keep on going. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
It seems like every other driver but me is an asshole, and I feel like that's how it is for every driver.
I think it is
That's
for
something
every
that
driver. Yeah.
I've picked up just from watching people drive,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is that everyone seems to think that every other driver is a dickhead.
But
and
they
then
are!
No, but here's the thing in my head is I'm like, are you not all dickheads? Surely you've all made the mistake once. Maybe that person you're freaking out at in front of you, maybe that's the first time they've made the mistake.
Yeah,
See,
no, I would
the
agree.
problem
Actually,
is-
no, I would be on your side.
Can
with
I?
that.
Thank
Can I
you.
just? I every interaction I've had with another driver, they have been the dickhead in that. I was driving at the speed limit. I was indicating that I was going to slow down and go left.
Yeah.
That person was right up in my fucking ass the whole time. And I was like, if you crash into the back of me, that's on you.
Yeah.
My driving instructor, who is a lovely lady, who's fucking great, really fantastic.
That,
I am so far into, like, in just 2 driving lessons, I feel so comfortable driving.
Yeah.
And it's because I have a great teacher. She was like, that dude's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't tell anyone I swore.
But you did.
Now you told
But you did.
the internet.
No one knows who she is, though.
Fucking.
I know.
You know, because we're friends in real life.
That's true. Yeah.
Don't say it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know also.
Not really.
No,
I know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Our driving instructors share the same first name.
Well, I don't have a designated driver.
But the one you're looking into doing, yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
She's the neighbor. She's very nice.
Nice.
Mine's also a neighbor, and she's very nice.
I wish I had a neighbor who would teach me how to drive.
I'll
That's
teach
another
you how to
thing-
drive
That's
when
another
I get
thing
driving.
that Brendan was also telling me stories earlier today about how his granda taught like everyone he knew in Carlo at the time how to drive. He taught them all because he was like one of the only guys in town who knew how to drive.
Yeah,
But he was also always drunk. The entire time he
Yeah.
was drunk, and apparently sometimes people would show up with a bottle and be like, oh, if I don't give him some drink, he's going to be all shaky while he's teaching me how to drive.
Wow.
So I better get him pissed.
I gotta be careful not to name any fucking names here.
Okay.
But some of my extended family drive drunk way too much.
Yeah.
It's like we're all hanging out having a great time somewhere, and then it's like, oh yeah, we're driving home, and it's like,
Really?
he's driving you home?
Yeah.
Like, that dude's fucking drunk. And they're like, that's just how it is.
See, I've gotten used to like my.
That's just how it
watching-
is here in Mexico.
I've gotten used to seeing my poor uncles like sitting there watching their wives get absolutely locked. And
Yes.
just sitting there,
Yeah.
just miserable, just being like, oh my god, another 2 hours and I can drive her the fuck home and be done with this.
I have an uncle who comes up here with my auntie. They're both lovely people, like, to hang out with, and I know he doesn't really care about it at all. It's not a problem or anything, but I always feel a little bit sorry for him because my auntie comes out here with my man. They drink and like fucking go nuts and shit and hang out, and then about midnight comes around and he's just been talking to my dad, not drinking, and then they drive home.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you're married.
Yeah,
You become a chauffeur for a drunk lady.
Yeah. Like my granddad, who's
Which is
never
fair,
had a
that's
drop
fair.
of alcohol in his entire life. My granny also
Yeah.
didn't drink until her like 60s
I would
or
drive Ali
70s.
around.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. I would go to the moon and back for Ali.
But that's something
Hey, that's
that...
my girlfriend, you son of a bitch.
But like platonically go to the moon and back for Ali.
Because she's
Obviously.
lovely.
She's so nice.
She is the best.
Yes.
I can picture you swimming through space towards the moon, just being like, "She's such a great friend."
The problem is I can't say anything else there, because if you were like, she's so lovely, and I was like, she's alright.
Yeah.
That's kind of a dick move on my part.
Yeah, it's true.
Backed you into a wall there,
But she is lovely. I love her.
lads. We did it.
Really?
We did it. 3-hour pod.
I feel like we're kind of just going off into the weeds. at
Yeah,
this
we
point.
are.
Yeah, we're-
But
Yeah.
it is a 0.5,
Yeah.
so, you know, whatever.
we did it.
We're
3 hours.
for a 0.5. I feel like it was remarkably together.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I would say so.
I think so.
More so than
I
the last
would-
one.
Oh, I'm sure so. Yeah.
If you want to fucking check us out on Facebook,
If you wanna fucking.
If you got this
just
far.
let me do this for a second. If you want to check us out on Facebook, we're on Facebook. It's Translation Lost. You know what to do.
Translation Lost Podcast. actually.
Translation Lost Podcast. If you want to check us out on Twitter, don't.
Yeah, don't bother.
We don't.
Because they don't do
Check me
anything
out on Twitter.
They don't. They
check
just don't.
check me out on Twitter. That's where you'll find updates for the podcast
It's
from now
at
on.
Postboy with zeros instead of O's.
At Postboy with zeros instead of O's.
Yeah.
That's
we
it.
follow each other on Twitter.
I found you on Twitter.
Well, yeah,
I purposely looked for you on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Bit
scary.
Because I was like, I love Oisin. I want to follow him on everything I can. So I found you
I'm
on
only
Twitter.
on Twitter and Instagram and
Yeah.
Tumblr.
no, that's it.
You can follow me on Twitter at Postboy if you want to get like updates for the podcast. Also, I just tweet some stuff every now and again. It's pretty funny. I'm pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
You can also, if you want to send an email, do so at translationlostpod@gmail.com. We should have said that at the email section, but we didn't.
We're stupid.
And that is all of our plugs. That's all our plugs.
Check
Yeah.
us out on Spotify and iTunes if you're
Yeah.
listening to this on YouTube. If you got this far, you didn't get this far on
No, you
YouTube,
didn't.
so
You
whatever.
Lads,
I mean,
we
yeah.
have been Translation Lost
We
Pod.
have.
And we'll be better at this next week.
Allegedly.
Woo!